Well, I think we are live. Uh, Hi, everyone. Sorry for the delay. As always, ran into more issues because that's just how it is. No matter what I do, there's always something that goes wrong.
It is
Yeah.
always that way with technology. I would not beat yourself up over it. It's a
uh,
waste of time.
Hello and welcome, heroes, to Planeshifters, our third tier D&D adventure. I am
It do
super
happen.
excited. What's that?
It do happen.
Yeah, I'm super excited to be not only running D&D but continuing on characters from previous sessions. If you followed along in the past, you'll know our players will be carrying on characters from the Descent into Avernus campaign. So with that, I think I would like to start off with setting the scene. So our heroes, the Crimson Crows and the Azure Crows and the Crimson Exiles, had
There you go.
both teams, along with hundreds of other adventuring parties, delved into Avernus to try to raise Elturel up after it had been sunk. Something's wrong with my mic.
No, your mic sounds fine.
Fine with me.
She says it sounds like I'm a mile. It sounds like I'm a mile away. So
I hear you just fine.
Oh, I guess in the
Twitch.
stream it sounds a
Yeah.
little weird.
okay, well let me see if I can fix something then.
Does it sound okay in Discord, but we're in the stream? That's weird.
I got it. I
Yeah.
figured it out. It should be good.
We- Experiencing technical difficulties. Please
no,
stand
I got it. It was when some reason the
Probably
crash
on the wrong setting.
changed
Yeah.
the mic and it was pulling from my Bluetooth instead of my big mic. All right,
Yeah.
so
We're good.
our heroes, the Crimson Exiles, the Azure Crows, and thousands of other adventuring parties had delved into Avernus after the city of Elturel had been dragged into it. Along with the battle with the demons and the devils, our heroes were able to grasp the sword of Zariel, rip it from its pitted spot in the bowels of Avernus, and use it to cut the chains that were holding Elturel in place in Avernus. After freeing a Solar who was entrapped in the Companion, our heroes were able to gather the material components and with the Solar's help use the plane shift power. Unfortunately, during that event, the material item that was used to attune to the material realm was misidentified and was in fact not attuned to the Sword Coast, but instead was attuned to a different plane. And so our heroes, along with all the warriors and the citizens and the total destruction that is Elturel, plane shifted across dimensions and ended up in a new world. As they looked out upon the world that they had plane shifted to, they saw a vast city stretching as far as the eye can see in all directions. And Elturel plopped right down on part of the city, crushing everything underneath it, killing potentially thousands. Our adventure picks up. Our adventure picks up where our players have just finished the plane shift just moments ago, and they're gathering their senses and they're trying to figure out and kind of interpret what they see. So before we move on, I'd like to go to each of you and have you guys introduce your character, to who you are, and introduce your character to our listeners who are going to be joining us for the first time, or people who need a reminder of who you are running. So we'll start with Austin.
Hi guys. I am playing Zorax Khazra, who I will also be putting as the title now, the Corruptor. The description is, he is a taller than average man with a lean, athletic build. His upper body, when shown, is riddled with scars of battle, showing how he can grit at danger and survive to tell the tale. His long, red hair, which was once a brighter shade, has become darker as he had fallen from grace as an Azamar. It extends past his shoulders and almost down to his waist. He wears a dark cloak that extends down to his knees, which hides his fabled blade, the sword of soul-stealing and mortal corruption, the Shadow Razor. The sword, much like himself, exudes a dark aura that seems to exude malice, not quite unlike his own. He also wears a dark chestplate and gauntlets and overall black clothing and armored boots. His training as a Voidwalker makes standing next to him feel otherworldly, even more so when his gaze finally meets yours, revealing the troubled past he has ventured through. It feels like no matter where you are around him, he always seems to have an eye on you. His personality, Zorax's training has molded him into being efficient but ruthless. His oath to others is unwavering, but he will often take the quickest route to success, even if it means to kill those on the side of good. He retains little fear when it comes to forces stronger than himself, almost as if his morale is raised by the challenge of stronger foes who wish to test his might and skill. His history is a little muddy, but he was born into the world with a celestial trying to push him to the path of righteousness. However, his experiences within Baldur's Gate and Avernus itself have pushed his ideals to its limits, causing him to go from a hot anger to a searing rage to cold hatred for all things that he believes that controls mortals like puppets. He has obtained the Sword of Zariel, meant to completely rewrite an individual to become a paragon of light and justice and completely lose themselves to its influences. But in a mighty turn of events, and much mortal willpower that could only be mustered once in a lifetime, well, his shadows ran too deep. His darkness and hatred was unending in a moment. He had blotted out the light of righteousness and taken the path of endless pain and anger, the dark path of the Voidwalker. He fell from grace at that very moment. His motivation now is he intends to use whatever means he can to find more power without losing more of himself. He also wishes to find a way to permanently satiate Shadow Razor so that it will no longer feed on his soul, as it has quickly apparent that it is an issue that needs to be solved in the near future. He has a few ideas, but none feel reasonably attainable at his current strength.
I love it. That's really good.
Well, I had a good character this time around, so he has grown significantly.
Before we move on to the next person, do you each you rolled initiative for me?
I did.
Yep.
I did. I rolled a 15.
I have gotten a 22. I got a natural 20, which means I'll probably get
Ian?
none rest.
14.
14?
Yep.
All right. Ian, would you like to go next?
I certainly. The character I'm running is Merle Bronson. He is a human, he is an artificer. An artillerist artificer, which means he loves his magical guns. Basically, he seems to be like for the most part, your average looking guy build-wise, and if I had to give a simple description of him, basically think like a steampunk cowboy, and you're pretty much not too far off, and he also pretty much has a cigar on him at all times. Because he's a steampunk cowboy. And personality-wise, he likes to pursue knowledge, and he kind of has a, how do I put this? A lack of common sense when it comes to danger, especially when it comes to experimenting with items, or magic in general. Think of a, what does this button do personality kind of thing, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
And for history, he was like the youngest kid on a farm, and was not quite as physically inclined or as interested in the farming life as everybody else in the family, but he seemed to have a inclination towards magic, so he left to the city to basically learn a little bit of magical engineering, if you will, and that's how he ended up becoming an artificer. And I would say his motivation is just to learn as much as he can about magic and magical items and properties. That about sum it all up? Yep.
I think so. Very cool. And last but certainly not least, our buddy old pal, Matthew.
Hello everyone, my name is Matthew, and I play Garmor, a druid. He is a fit and healthy figure with dark grays and a long coat with a cowl that hides his face. And yet, he hides his face even more with a Bushido-style mask with a design of a wolf covering the upper half of his face, and a gray cloth covering his mouth in combat. He wields a scimitar and a wooden shield. and he even hides what his race is. His personality is that he has a significant knowledge of the wilds and how to survive based on his travels. And yet he has a strong mistrust of people from civilization. This is why he wears his wolf-style mask. But he is also quiet as a result of his mistrust. But he will not ignore the innocent who are sick or wounded. His history is that he never knew who his parents were, but was raised by a secret conclave of druids of varying tribes working in harmony. With his curiosity of how the druids of different circles work together, he wanted to see the world to determine if there was a way for nature and civilization to work together in some way. Though this venture was doubted by the greedy folks of civilization who betrayed his conclave, later took vengeance, but his elder assured him that civilization isn't like that entirely. Thus, the elder convinced Garmor to continue his venture. His motivation is that he's willing to learn about the outside world for the benefit of him, his conclave, and possibly with worthy people of civilization who wish to understand nature. But more importantly, his ventures may motivate him to trust people more.
I like that. That's some really good stuff, you guys. Very well put together. B+. So, with that, I am your Dungeon Master, the host of the Crit Academy podcast, and I'm super excited for this. Hopefully you guys will join our heroes on this journey as they try to hopefully return to the Forgotten Realms. So, the world around you instantly kind of, your belly twisted in knots when you did the plane shifting. The world around you, bright lights scattered all directions, flashing, kind of like you were sliding through a vortex. And with a thunderous clap, the whole entire city just comes to a trembling shock as you look out and you guys see, as far as the eye can see, a foreign sky that you're not familiar with, objects in the sky you've never seen before, and a massive sprawling city in every single direction. As you look from atop what is now the kind of the base, the ground level of Elturel is several stories up off the ground, as the whole thing kind of came out as a big, sphere. So you guys are dozens of stories up, and as you look out, you realize that your city is now sitting atop of another city, and there's buildings crushed below. You can see, you were able to see all the kind of chaos that was going on below. You guys needed to take a breather because the battle really began to wear you out. So you're still kind of in that process of recovering. So you guys kind of just took residence up inside of one of the downed buildings to kind of get your stuff together and evaluate the situation. And as you guys are discussing where you are and what could have gone wrong, you see a variety of, or you hear just dozens and dozens of screams and yelps and skittering and hisses, hundreds and thousands, whatever it is, like you just was in the middle of a locust swarm, seems to rack your ears, and your sense of smell is kind of assaulted by this strange kind of
Odor.
degrading odor, like something that's been rotting for a long time. You hear the continuing screams get louder and louder of the people of Elturel. As you sit inside this busted up home and you hear these screams, what do you want to do, Zorax?
Don't we track some demons around with us this time?
Just when I thought we were done with devils and demons, they never seem to end. I go to... Do I feel relatively well rested? Like, I'm assuming like we've all had like a long rest or something.
Yeah, you can assume that for now.
Okay. I regrettably, I sit up and I go look outside.
All right, and as you do, you see this horrendous.
Clearly with detest.
Right. So now, for this, we're doing something a little different. Normally, I don't use the virtual tabletop stuff, but we're gonna give it a go. So you're more than welcome to move your token up to your movement speed.
Okay, so I have a 30. So let's see if I can just bring out a rule here. I mean, I can do like that, right? Is this a legal move?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
if you can move your token there, you can go there. If you can see, you can go there. I think everything's tied to your line of sight at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna go here.
Okay.
Oh, so it's tied to
And-
our.
Oh,
And
I see some stuff.
Off in the distance, you see a horrifying sight. Just beyond a couple of buildings, through a little alleyway, you can see a small swarm of the skittering creatures fighting some of the Elturel soldiers. Go ahead and give me a history check.
I gotta look at my history here real quick. It's a 0. That ain't the worst.
Better
It's
than
a
negative.
6.
All right, so you have never seen a creature like this before in your life. You've never read of anything. The closest thing you can think of might be an Ankeg, but it's totally different. It's skittering legs. There's a swarm of them. So for everyone's for the purposes so everyone knows, each one of the tokens you see represents more than one monster. It represents 1d6 plus 3 monsters. And the same thing with the soldier tokens. So keep that in mind. All right. So you see this entire contingent of soldiers is battling it out with these green, light green, dark green, maybe a little blue tossed into them, ginormous insects wielding like giant scythe-like hands and stuff. It's quite the terrifying sight as you can hear the screaming and bellowing of innocents nearby. Give me a perception check.
Just him?
Just him.
Yeah.
A natural 20.
All right.
So what?
as you-
21? Yeah, 21.
So as you come out, you can hear the sound of scruffling fighting just around the building to the right. You can hear screams coming from the building directly ahead of you, just down the way. And that skittering has completely surrounded you. Everyone, so what?
So it's literally all around us, is what you're saying.
That's what you perceive, yes.
Okay.
So that was so you got your movement. Is there anything else you wanted to do? You still have your bonus and your
I'm gonna
dash.
move up
all that stuff.
this way, and then okay. How far away are you, buddy? I
So
gotta
there,
see.
you quickly. So as soon as you kind of move up a little bit, you peek around the corner and you spot this kind of a group of these insectoid creatures inside the building as there's a battle going on off in the distance. As you kind of inch closer, you can actually see that there appears to be some civilians caught in the mess at the end down by the pass through the alleyway.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I can. Fuck. Everything's wrong. Everything's dying.
What?
I actually try to telepathically talk to Shadow Razor real quick.
Oh shit! I forgot what voice I gave him.
I don't know, dark and brooding. He's not like an asshole.
What is
he's
it you want, minion? I did not
There it
give
is.
you any orders.
Have you seen these things before?
I had to make sure it was within the range of his power. He says, I ain't never seen anything like that in my life. I recommend you feed me. It's been a little bit. I'm getting thirsty. Minion, find me some meals. Though that doesn't look too appetizing. I can't be too particular when it comes to when it comes to filling the tank. You know what I mean?
It's a tank.
For an ancient regal sword, you sound really southern.
Whatever. I couldn't remember what voice I gave him.
Well, I do know that it wasn't Southern.
Whatever.
Uh,
The planer
well,
shift changed
however
it.
you want.
That was like 3 months ago. So are you going to share any of this information with your allies, or are you just charging right into battle?
I look back towards them and I say, these aren't demons or devils. I don't know what the fuck these things are, but if you remember what an ankeg looks like, it's that, but strangely worse.
Would Garmor know of this? Ankeg.
Yeah, you know what an
Ankegs were
ankeg
pretty
is. They're
common
pretty common.
back then.
They're burrowing. They're giant burrowing
Like
critters.
centipede monsters.
Yeah, I'd say they
Yeah.
might even look like a praying mantis.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're that, but tinier and worse. With, like... And you see him kind of, like, put up, like, hands like this and, like, scythe hands.
Well, I recognize
Which is weird because he's like trying to be like serious about the whole situation because he's like he's just trying to be like, how do I explain this shit?
Right.
I've never seen anything like this before. But I don't really want to use I'll use an action to get in. But then I have to use I don't have a bonus action for anything, do I? What spells do I got here? Actually, yeah, I'll just stand here for the turn. I'll take the dodge action for now.
Okie dokie.
And that'll be my turn.
All right, so Garmor, you just saw Zorax kind of dash out of the room. You kind of hear all this skittering and hissing about. He kind of turns around, shouts back this strange creature that he's seeing, and he draws his weapon and kind of takes a defensive stance, kind of hesitate, not really sure exactly what he wants to do. What does Garmor do?
Well, he's actually gonna go to the right of the map, outside of the house. And oh gosh, now I see it. all.
So as soon as you step out of there, this horrifying sight, you see to your left a massive contingent of soldiers, and I say massive, it's probably like 12 to 15. Soldiers are duking it out, and they are surrounded on both sides by these medium insectoid creatures, as they're hissing and snapping and slicing and clanging. You can hear.
Well,
give me a perception check.
Yeah, the vision isn't doing me very well on the player's end of this map, to be honest.
Good.
That's the point.
That's the point.
Darn it, 10.
I think you can barely. You should be able to see. Yeah, no, I can see what you can see. You can see to your left. All right, you can see these
Yeah,
guys
see
over here.
Two tokens.
Yep. I didn't realize you couldn't barely see that one, but he's surrounded.
Okay. Let's see. How far away is that?
20 feet.
20 feet.
They're hissing and clattering. Several soldiers go down as you hesitate.
He's going to shoot a produce flame at one of them.
Alrighty.
The range is 30 feet. It's a cantrip. And I have to make a spell attack roll.
It's bad when I read this shit so much, I remember what page the monster's on.
29 to hit.
Ooh, that's nice. That's going to do it.
That's 3d6, no, 3d8 points of fire damage.
Ooh, that's nice. Hang on a second. Go ahead and roll the damage, please.
Loading. I'm using D&D Beyond's Digidice to roll. Oh, there we go.
Let's get digital.
12 total.
Digital.
12 points of fire damage.
Whew, that is rough. So, let me get my note up here really quick. Anything else you're gonna want to do before I narrate and move on?
He's going to wild shape into a water elemental.
Oh, yeah, you can do that now. Yep.
Mind you,
So-
last campaign I was mainly a paladin.
All right. So that's all your actions, right?
Yes.
All right. So you step out of your room or out of your area. You've just recovered. The hissing and the clittering and skittering and clacking and the battle of sound of sword on carapace is just going left and right. Several soldiers are dropped. You hold out a hand. You point to one of these little bastards, and a streak of energy leaps from the sky and strikes him down with a loud. He makes this just screeching noise. Several part of his carapace just kind of crumbles and melts off from this best, but it still is moving and hissing, and it quickly turns and dashes towards you. As it's running towards you, you twist your body and cast the spell, and your body forms into like a moving tsunami of water. And the thing, as it's charging towards you, it kind of just sputters for a little bit before it reaches you.
All right.
Anything else?
No, that's the end of my turn.
So now that this thing is up close to you, you realize that the large things it's using aren't like scythe-like hands, but it's actually holding large spears. All right. Merle.
All right, Idris. How many of what do you see where?
Currently. Wait, are you referring to me or him? Sorry, I didn't hear that part.
So
Idiots.
Idris, plural. So both of y'all.
Ah, okay, cool. Currently, I
Do
see
you speak-
about
ahead.
2 groups. One has civilians. I can't see the other. The other looks like it's fighting something.
You hear what sounds like flowing water coming from the now water elemental form of Garmor. Do you speak Aquan, Merle? Which is a dialect of Primordial.
It just sounds like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, since I don't hear what you're saying, I'm gonna go towards Zorax's direction. First,
Yeah, I figured.
yep. First, I'm going to use my standard action to create a fireball, Eldritch Cannon,
Okay.
which pops up as a small turret with spider legs, which latches onto my shield.
Awesome.
Sweet. That is cool as hell.
Right. About shad. That cotton picking.
So you come out and you immediately see this ginormous creature. You don't recognize what it is at all. You've never seen anything of the like. These, I say ginormous, they're medium, but they're ginormous like insects.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my current category size is large.
Nice.
You are larger than them.
Technically,
Are you larger
Yeah.
than life, like a Backstreet Boy? Wait, is that insane?
Oh, stop it.
Alright. Alright, bonus action, I'm gonna shoot at the creature that I do see up here. To the guy who's fighting the guard.
Okay. Is he within range?
Alright.
I think your range
Oh,
is
yes.
like ridiculous.
Exactly. And that's gonna be a 21 to hit,
Yes.
or 10 force damage.
All right. Anything else on your turn before I narrate?
I'm gonna hold where I am.
All right. So,
Merle,
Merle-
a big fella here.
Merle
Actually-
Dad. What?
Actually, I might roll history to see if I know what the crap these are, since I'm actually
Go
good
ahead.
at history. 19.
Go ahead.
You have never seen anything like this before. The closest thing you would think is it could be some sort of hybrid insect creature, but you're not really sure. That would be a good educated guess. You've never read about it. You've never seen anything like it. It's completely unknown to you.
And you're a studied man, so that's concerning.
Yes, I am.
All right. So with that, Merle, comes dashing out towards just behind Zorax. He gets a good line of sight. You see this little gizmo kind of pop out and pop off of his arm and crawl up onto his shield and releases a powerful blast in that general direction, blasting into a crowd of these little critters. And when that happens, one of them breaks free and comes charging at you guys. As it's got kind of a wound on its shoulder and starts dashing towards you. As it skitters across the thing, and it's going up and down the sides of the walls. And it's got its spear lowered at you. That you realize now it has a spear in its hand as it's gotten closer, and you can see pretty clearly as it pulled away from the swarm that is whatever these are. With that, let me check something here.
Oh yeah, I've definitely not seen these fucking things before. And I've been through hell.
Quite literally.
Yeah, like we've been through hell, and I've not seen these before. These are weird.
So with that, you hear this kind of skitter, skitter, skitter. Lots of more screams. All right. And you hear a no, please don't stop! It hurts. This bellowing is coming off of the walls, but you can hear it. It sounds like it's coming from inside one of the buildings nearby. And with that, the strange thing swoops down towards from the sky. This monstrous thing with like 6 tendrils for hands or claws and massive bat-like wings swoops down and attempts to grapple Merle.
Ah.
I need you to give me a contested grapple check. You have to beat an 18.
Joke's on him. Yeah,
What'd you get?
I rolled a 23.
Nice. So as it swoops out,
He's like,
it bellows and roars with ah! And as it comes down, you spot just quick enough that you kind of twist, and your cannon releases a blast of energy and throws it off course just enough that when it tries to grapple you, you're able to duck and push out of the way.
I've been to hell and back. Do you think you can get the jump on me, you idiot?
Are you all gonna go with that one-liner? Because that's hilarious.
I mean, it works and that's why it's funny.
That depends if they speak primordial.
And then with a skittering and clacking, a creature busts out from the door next to you and swings at Zorax.
With disadvantage.
Which feature's given at disadvantage? That's still
I'm dodging.
Oh, yeah, duh. I was going to say that's still a 19, but I still don't think that hits you because you have a shield, don't you?
Meet and beat, baby. You hit 19. I have a 19 AC.
That's it? I thought it was higher than that. All right, so
I don't have a shield.
this creature
No, that's
comes
probably
flying out.
Chiron, my character.
Ah, okay. It swoops out and it starts thrusting its spear at you violently. You take 9 points of piercing damage as it thrusts its blade at you. The screaming and the bellowing continues. You can hear people on all different areas just screaming for help. You can see the sound of battle is clinking through or is clattering to the ground as weapons drop all around you guys. With that, hang on, that didn't roll very good. So that's it for this round. All right, so Zorax, this thing kind of jumped out at you out of this building to your left and started poking and prodding at you. You were already ready for it as you were watching the other one, so it didn't quite catch you by surprise. You're able to parry its blows. What are you going to do?
I'm going to kill this fucker.
You can certainly try.
I'm going to roll to attack it.
All right, go ahead.
So, oh my, what is my modifiers again? Hold on. Wait, no, this should be. Oh, these should be. Oops, I actually made an oopsie on my character sheet, but that's okay. That can be fixed.
Nobody
immediately.
has to know. Nobody has to know.
It is a 19 to hit.
A what?
A 19 to hit.
Yes.
And that is a 1d8 plus a lot. Max damage for 16 damage on the first hit.
Whoo.
As I pull out Shadow Razor as its like jet black aura is exuding and I crush into it.
Minion.
I ignore his voice. And then if it survives, I will roll to attack again.
Yes, go ahead.
That is a 22 to hit. So that
Yes.
will hit him as well. That is a 3. That is... I can't do math. 11 more damage.
All right, so as this thing bursts out from the side of the wall, you swing your blade with a vigorous set of swipes, a form you don't recall knowing, but somehow was just fed to you, as you are able to chop and carve up your foe with the crescent wheel, and your foe succumbs to the gruesome wheel inflicted by your weapon, toppling over with green ichor spilling out of its body.
Is it dead?
It is. As far as you can tell.
Well, I would know if it's alive or not. That's what the sword does.
It's dead.
Okay. Because now
forgot
it's
it
just
can devour the
absorbed
soul.
into its body. And what's its max health?
So, it is 22.
I have 22 temporary hit points.
All right. So
as
the
its soul is horrendously shoved inside this sword.
Yeah. So you see this kind of wisp of like bluish smoke being drawn into the blade, and you feel it. Yes, yes. And all you hear in your head is yes, yes, minion. Well done, minion. Well done.
Go back
this
to
kind
sleep. I have
of-
more work to do.
This kind of dark energy kind of hovers around you. I think was that it for your moves?
That was my action.
Yep. You have a bonus and a...
Oh my, I am aware of tiny or larger creatures within 60 feet of me that are not undead or constructs. That's a lot.
Yep.
So this thing's in front of me is dead. So I'm gonna run up
So
to...
can you guys see all the minions and stuff, or everything on the screen, or just what your characters can see?
What my
Well,
characters
that
can
depends
see.
on whether I'm clicking on my token or I unhighlight the token.
Actually.
Well, keep your
When I
tokens
unhighlight the
highlighted.
token, I can see what the other characters see.
Keep
Yeah,
your,
oh
keep
my,
your
there's
tokens,
a lot of
Oh,
things when I
there we
moved a
go.
couple feet.
Keep your tokens highlighted.
I moved only 10 feet, and holy cow, there's a lot. Actually, I should probably go help you out, huh? You're probably
Know
getting...
that.
Huh?
You mean me, right?
Yeah, you.
Okay.
I should probably go help you
I'm
out
trying to
real quick.
pan the map around.
I'm gonna actually go back here.
Oh, wait,
Because
the one
You mean
that,
more to me.
But the one that Zorax just killed is dead, right?
Yeah, this guy
Yeah.
right here is gone.
I might want to
so-
put like a status on it, like a skull or something. Or
Yeah, he's dead. And I'm gonna get into melee range of this thing.
I don't think
I'm
we're
just
playing by
gonna
flanking
say-
rules, correct?
Sup?
One person at a time.
I
Okay.
don't think we're using flanking rules, correct?
No.
No.
You're not.
No.
They might have some sort of benefit here.
Pack tactics.
And I'm going to look at this giant thing and what what does this thing look like again?
So
Nice.
it's imagine it's got like a rigid snake-like body, but it's got these giant razor-sharp limbs that are kind of just sticking out of it, and it's got 6 of them with this massive V-shaped bat wing behind it with massive beastly bat ears. The thing is a little bit bigger than a
Gross.
person. Yeah, it's pretty horrible. It's releasing this just terrifying screeching noising. That hurts my throat.
As a Oh, I forgot about my improved divine smite. I was supposed to roll an extra d8 of damage. My god.
Tough shit.
For both of those swings. Well, I'll keep that in mind for later.
It's
That's
kind of
alright.
dead, so you're good.
Yeah, I mean, either way it died, but I'm gonna look at this guy. I'm gonna do nothing. I'm gonna stare at it. That's my turn.
All right. So after you slice and dice this critter up, you turn around and see that Merle Bronson is being swatted by this flying beast. So you dash towards it. Garmor, this thing just charged at you. What are you going to do? In your form.
I'm going to make 2 slam attacks against it because I have multi-attack.
Okay.
Oops, it's this should be.
One of them is a natural 20.
Nice! First 20 of the game. No, it's not actually.
No.
I think
The second
somebody
one.
got an initiative one. That
No.
doesn't
I
count.
did.
He had a 20 for he had a nat 20 for initiative, and then
And a
he had
nat
a nat
20 for
20 for
perception.
perception. So this is
Yeah,
my
I'm doing great.
the third nat 20.
First nat 20 attack.
First nat 20 in attack, though. Yeah, that's matters.
So which crit damage rules are we applying here?
It's max damage plus weapon damage.
Okay, so
That's
that
what it always is when you play with me. It'll always be. Because I don't want no 1-1 roll crits.
that's
Yeah.
2d8 plus 4, so that's 16 plus 2d8. 16, 22, 26 points of bludgeoning damage for the crit.
Ooh, nice.
And my second
The thing
attack.
crumbles under your boot. Or under your slam.
Okay. Well, actually, I need to pull up the map. And it's been a while since I've used this thing, so I'm really out of practice on this thing.
There is a button on the far left that looks like a measuring stick if you need to measure. Or you can just count squares as you move.
Right,
Yeah.
template.
It's where
rectangle.
you click the basic person in the top left, and then there's the third one down on the right is a measuring distance. I assume yours looks the same as mine.
Yeah, I see it. So so my movement as a water elemental is 30 feet, so I'm going to move 25 over. Dang it.
Oh, I can see you. Barely, but I can see you.
Yeah, right through the doorway.
Yeah, right through the little doorway.
Okay, for some reason it's not letting me move.
You got to move the token separate. All that does is measure.
Yeah.
So you
All
have
that
to
does is
click
measure,
the
so
you
you
have
have
to
to
click
move
the
the-
select at the top.
Okay, there we go.
Yep.
Oh, hey, there's another one right behind me. So I'm gonna use. Can I use my second attack on this new
Yes,
target?
you can.
Yep.
Okay. Ooh, that is a 23 to hit,
Woohoo! Yes.
and oh, come on, that is a 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, so the skittering and hissing of these creatures all around you, your watery tsunami form bubbling with excitement as you crash into the first one with a thunderous water strike that leaves the carcass or the carapace of this thing cracked and shattered. You kind of just roll over top of it like a wave as you come into battle with this group of soldiers that is surrounded by waves of these critters. Now, as I mentioned before, each of these tokens, when battling the soldiers, represents multiple targets. So the way I'm going to handle that is I'm going to roll for the soldiers to also be part of the battle. So any support or anything you do, like you have a pincer move going on right now. So that's going to give them an advantage. So I was just going to roll a d20, odds for the bad guys, evens for the good guys. But because you just flanked one, I'm going to give a +3 on their support roll, which means they're more likely to kill him quicker. I don't know if that makes sense on your end. I'm going to keep track of all the numbers. I just wanted you guys to know that how we're going to kind of represent this.
Alright, before we continue, how do I pan the map?
You
over?
right click and hold.
Right click and hold.
Oh,
Yeah, hold right click.
that makes sense.
I'm gonna
the
lie,
other
there's been a
button.
few times where I try to do something that I found here online, only for me to go, oh wait, I didn't, because I downloaded a module in my version.
Yeah.
All right. That's the end
So
of my turn.
as you kind of roll over into this group, the soldiers are battling, swords are clanging, shields are bashing against spears. They look back and see this powerful wave crash into them, and they shout, "Yeah! Woo!" And they kind of get a second wind. So I will go. I'm gonna roll that so I don't forget. All right, so with that, they get a surge of energy. And this guy right here in front of you, the size of them is instantly reduced to half. It is weak, and it is, they are being overrun by the soldiers who are fighting on two fronts at the moment. With your crushing help, they might be able to succeed.
Okay.
Merle, you have this bastard trying to tangle with you. Your buddy Zorax has come up behind with the blade. He's swinging at it the best he can. It keeps flying up and dodging out of the way a little bit. What does Merle do?
First off, I'm gonna roll history or wherever I need you to figure out what the crap this thing is.
Go ahead.
I will. Is it gonna be history, or is it something? Or is it something else?
I'm gonna be honest. There's no way for you to identify this creature. As you scour your thoughts, you've never seen nothing like this. I feel like if I give you a chance to roll, that's just suggesting there's a chance that you could find out. And I don't. You're on a whole different plane, so I'm going to say at the moment that's not feasible. But there will be options for you guys to gain that knowledge.
Okay.
Without
First
actually
off,
having to fight it.
Yeah.
First off, I'm gonna use my Eldritch Cannon.
Yep.
Woo! A bonus action. The 13 hit. Actually, I'm going to assume no, a 13 does not hit. So I'm going to use my character talent, Human Aptitude, to roll a d10.
And add it.
There we go. To make it a 22 to hit.
There we go.
Okay, that's certainly going to do it.
Alright, two things. One, it's going to be 12 damage. And two, it's going to be knocked back 5 feet.
So, what I'm going to do is, instead of writing these all down, I think I can use this thing for damage.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you can. Yeah.
I just got to figure it out.
I can't select it, so that would be on you.
Is that what this is? Oh, no, that's feet. What the hell is that? That's not what I wanted. Plus
I think you
75
have to-
feet. I got it.
Yeah.
How much damage did you do?
12.
12 force damage.
So, if I put an HP in here, can you see what that is?
Shouldn't.
No. I can't even like select the character, so no.
Oh,
Yeah.
then that makes no difference if
Okay.
I put it on there or not. Because I was going to use
good
that
for
as
you.
a percentage. I'll have to
good
figure
for you
that
to
out
see.
later. I'll just write it down. It's quicker. But
Plus,
once I
it'd be
figure
weird
out
if
how
you
to do
could
that.
see the damage on it. I feel like
Yeah.
that'd be strange.
Well, I was going to do it by a percentage, but it's fine. All right.
Wait, and I knock it back 5 feet.
All right. Which back? Away from you this way?
It would have to be, I think, right?
It's in between
Would
a
that be
building.
considered an attack of opportunity for Zorax?
No, force
no.
movement doesn't do that.
Force movement doesn't do that, yeah.
Dang it!
Alright, and for my primary action, I'm going to do a little experimentation, if you will.
Oh
and
no.
Roll some Firebolt.
Experimentation?
Pew pew.
See if it's weak.
Ah, that makes sense.
I know what he was
And-
going for.
18 to hit.
Yep.
Alright, that's going to be altogether 91 damage.
How much?
81. And does it seem to do as much damage as I think it's going to do?
So the first one you did was force damage, right?
Yes.
The second one was fire. Are you using I don't remember, do you use like a ray gun or something when you do firebolt?
Basically like an arcane pistol.
Okay, so with that, your little turret kind of pops up onto your shield for a little, takes aim, sends out a thundering blast. that shock this thing backwards. It sends it flying back. You quickly draw your pistol. You flip it a little bit and release a special cartridge that shoots a beam of concentrated heat at it. It kind of flails a little bit, and it kind of stumbles a little bit. You see more of surprise on its face, but nothing that would indicate that it was super effective. So
Okay.
it doesn't appear, it doesn't, and I'll always try to remember that, let you know that stuff. It kind of just wails and hisses at you guys.
It died?
What? No, it didn't.
Oh.
All right, anything else?
And I'm gonna hold tight where I am right now.
All right. With that, villain is gonna go. It attempts to. First, we'll go ahead and do the flying. This thing. All right. So as the thing kind of reels back, it lets out a deafening screech.
Okie dokie.
Hey, that's 20. That radius actually is really helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
With a deafening scream, I need everyone to. I need Garmor, or not Garmor. I need Merle and Zorax to give me a wisdom saving throw, as this thing just releases a screeching howl that just is terrifying. Your ears start to kind of tremble and shake.
Is
And
this
What's my bonus from you? From your aura?
+5? You said wisdom?
Yes.
Wisdom.
Give me a second.
And that's not gonna help me, but that might.
An 18.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, I have advantage. Holy shit.
Okay.
22.
I am gonna use Flash of Genius to make this roll a 16.
Okay.
I got 22.
Alrighty. So as this thing, your ears kind of start to burn, your head kind of weighs in a little bit, but you steal your resolve just as another one swoops in after the call, and is going to try to grapple Zorax.
Oh, you made a mistake, buddy.
18. I don't know that that's going to do it. Strength's kind of your big stat.
Yeah. Natural 18, so no.
Yes. So as it tries to grail, it starts flailing about. It's trying to get a hold of it. You bash it away, and all you can hear in the back of your head is "Kill it, kill it, kill it, minion now!" The bellowing scream sends several of the soldiers kind of flailing away that are in this group over here that are fighting by you, Garmor. They plug their ears and they instantly start running away. And as soon as they do, several of the insectoid spearmen just start spearing them as they run away, in an attempt to flee. And unfortunately, their ranks are significantly reduced. During this battle, because they're fighting on two fronts. I think I could actually, there's a skull thing here. Does that show up on his token? I'd rather that be red. I don't know why it doesn't.
Yeah, I see it, just barely.
Yeah, is there a way to, I wonder
It's
if there's
small.
I don't.
It's small.
It's
and
just easier
white.
to do that. So between the two, the civilian, the soldiers and the one of the waves, as the soldiers are running away, the advantage that you gain them is all torn away as they run away with their holding their heads, screaming in agony. You can hear the sounds, the bellowing of people nearby. You can hear a no, and it cuts off abruptly. I need everyone give me perception checks, please.
21. Another natural 20.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
tilted.
that's a good number.
Rolling like crazy
23.
today.
8.
8.
Yeah, I rolled low.
That's not super.
Yeah, that
good.
happens, man. I just have
you know
advantage
what?
on literally everything
I
right
just
now,
realized
so.
if I just delete these, you guys won't know. You won't see them. So I am going to change it to putting skulls on some of them.
Cool.
Because I want you guys to know the suffering from your delay. There we go.
Yes,
No,
we are
we defended
delayed by
ourselves.
all the enemies running after us. Thank you,
Right.
DM, for putting
That's how I
a
work.
loaded gun in our head.
Right.
We are but 3 men
Against an army.
against an actual army.
That's how
yeah.
it goes, right? This one's
Yeah.
actually 1-1. That's not bad. All right, so the battle is raging around you. The scream for help is coming from a nearby room, building. Zorax, you can tell the building right behind you has a young woman screaming, "Save my child! Save my child!"
Oh, like right
coming
in,
from the room. Right,
like
right.
around here.
Nope, from above you.
Oh,
Yep,
over here?
in that room. Yep.
Okay, that's handy. That we
Well,
can just do that.
You can see that the creature is inside the room. You can see several of them are barreling down on something, but you can only assume that it's a young woman. You hear the sound of charging soldiers. You hear in the distance orders being given to seal the perimeter, and you hear something about a well. But the distance is so distant, it's really hard to tell. With
That's
that,
unwell.
Aha!
Don't clap for that.
all right, Zorax. So this battle is raging around you. A cry for help is coming. You're surrounded by 2 of these winged creatures. 2 more groups of these skittering creatures are heading your way. What are you gonna do?
I gotta kill the one right in front of me. So here I go. It's
Right, go
attacking
kill
time.
again.
Here I go killing again. 30 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, my weapon's so stupid strong. Holy shit. I need a second D8. So for 16 slashing and +1 radiant damage. So 17 damage total.
How much was that? Was radiant?
1. Only 1 radiant damage.
So as you okay, anything else?
I have another attack.
Go ahead.
If it's alive. Cool. What am I doing? That's not a D20. 26 to hit. I assume hits.
It's a good assumption.
14 slashing damage. And another only 1 for radiant damage. Man, that sucks.
All right, so as you take on an offensive stance and start swinging your blade, you slash and you hack out into your enemy, thick carapace with a devastating assault. Tired of playing around, you land a devastating blow, and the searing of the energy has them flailing from the radiant power that you release, and they squeal and squeak much higher than before. They kind of stutter and back away. You would almost say that the radiant damage was super effective.
Ooh.
Interesting. Is it alive?
Nope.
It died?
Yeah.
It's another soul for the counter. What's its max hit points?
How much damage was that?
Radiant damage.
49.
Alright, I have to rewrite my temporary hit points. It is 49 now.
I'm gonna-
Assuming
yeah,
they
I'll
don't
use that.
stack.
Wait, you have to rewrite your hit points? Your
Yeah,
temp-
the temporary hit points don't stack as far as I am aware.
No, they don't, but the highest one is the one taken.
But I keep the highest one, yeah. So
Okay.
so now I have just an extra 49 health, and I'm just gleaming with power.
That's what
If
happens
you
when you have a
kill-
legendary weapon.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid, actually. I speak to Shadow Razor.
Minion,
should
you've done good work for me today.
You should
Oh, I'm almost full.
help me out here, and we can gather more souls.
I don't know if I can fit anymore.
I'm sure you can. I'm basically asking it to use the haste spell on me.
You can ask it all you want.
I am currently.
And
Cast the haste spell on me, and I can gather you more.
I don't have the strength. Give me a second. I just ate a full meal. And
I
who
understand.
are you to command me, minion?
I'm using your lunch as leverage.
You do not take advantage of me. I am in control. Do you have anything else?
Nah, that's it.
I am actually going to delete the ones that you do kill, but I'll leave the ones that die without you. All right, so I need to roll for something. Hang on. There's a lot of chittering and screaming, and you hear, I don't know if you can see that. Just out of the corner of your eye there, Merle, you actually see a woman holding her children and is trying to get out of this building just across the way from you as they are hounding on top of her. Garmor. There's several of these beasties going against you. They're stabbing you and thrusting their spear into your watery body. What are you gonna do? What does Garmor do?
I'm going to do a slam attack on them.
Okay.
A multi-attack, actually.
Okay.
Let's see how this turns out. Roll for 2. Oh, that's not good. I rolled a 1 and a 14.
That's unfortunate. What else? Anything else?
Nope.
All right. So as you
Actually, would I have heard the screaming woman making the exit?
can you see her? Give me a perception check. I'll see if you can hear her over the din of battle.
Your dice don't fail me now. Okay, that's good. Dirty 20.
You hear some bellowing down the aisle or down the alleyway just in front of you, and you also hear the wailing scream of men behind you, off in the distance. And as you look back, several of them barely stand tall, but they fell the last of the critters that they're fighting. With a bit of triumphant, yeah, and they begin to move this way.
Towards me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have anything else?
I was actually going to try to intercept the incoming 2 headed towards the direction where Merle and Zorax was.
All right. If you move out of range, though, you will provoke op attacks.
I'll be fine.
I feel that.
Okay. Well, go where you want.
Right about here. Oh gosh, hi.
Yeah, I've been dealing with some shit lately.
Yeah.
So as you run away, I've got a 9, a 6, an 18.
Is that damage or attack roll?
Attack rolls. There's 4 of them. And an 18. So 2 18s.
The 2 18s hit.
Okay. So as you're washing away, as you pass through this
You're
group,
terrible.
I know, right? As you push through this group, they push and thrust and stab at you with their spears. You can hear this kind of clicking and chittering. Give me a straight intelligence check. Insight. Give me an insight check.
Okay, that's better. Ah! 14.
So what you first identified as kind of a chittering kind of a noise that they make, you're starting to realize as you're washing through them and their attacks are kind of coordinated, you realize it's probably some language or some sort of communication, not just a noise that they're making. Anything else?
Already? Just try to make a sound there.
All right. This creature that is engaged with Zorax is not super happy with what's going on, so it is going to take the disengage action, and it is going to
weakling.
Fly away.
That motherfucker.
It's screeching and bellowing on its way out. And as
It's like, holy fuck.
And then with that, actually, they're going to go. So the several groups of these things charge at you, and they crawl up on the side of the building and try to pincer you in.
Fight me if you must.
And they are going to. So you're surrounded on two sides by these collections of these packs, and they do have advantage as they've got you in a strategic form.
Okay.
The first one is going to be a 22.
That it's.
The second one is a crit for.
Okay.
So I'm going to reveal the damage to you as you go, so you can tape track of it because it's too much for me.
Okay.
So the first one was going to be 7 damage. The crit is going to be 16 damage. The next is going to be a miss, even with advantage. And the third one is going to be a 22 to hit.
That hits.
For 5 points of damage. As these spears, you see now that these creatures, as they click and skitter around, you look into their eyes and you catch a flash of a cruel, almost kittenous smile, which provokes a bit of unease within you from these creatures. This kind of baleful aura emanating from these individuals kind of leaves you no doubt as their intentions.
Wait, how much damage did I take?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
You gotta
You
pay
should have paid attention.
I'm gonna. Well, I do usually use either medium, low, or high on these stat blocks. How many hits hit you?
Only 2.
2.
Okay. Well, because you forgot, I'm gonna assume they did maximum damage. So,
Wow.
eight
Punishing
each.
me.
16. It's not that much. Come on, these guys are weak.
Yeah, in comparison to us, they're nothing. I didn't even take actual damage.
Yeah,
I
each one of those only has their basic spear attack, but their benefits come from their pack tackets, and that each one of those represents 4 guys. So
They didn't even penetrate my aura.
yeah. All right. I think that was. I gotta go check something over here. So as you guys are being swamped by these, you can hear the bellows and bellowing commands coming from all around you. The skittering is getting worse. Oh, this person just went down. This is more tracking than I actually wanted to do.
Yeah, well, you know.
These people are dead.
You're like, they are so gone.
That's okay. All right. With that, the I didn't roll for these ones.
You said those people over there, the soldiers over there, are getting assaulted, right?
This is a battle that's going on all around you. So every round, I'm rolling to see the outcomes.
I'm just talking about the ones way over here.
Yeah, they're fighting. So you've got 2 contingents of soldiers protecting what looks like a group of civilians as they are swarmed by these green spear-wielding giant insects. with like these little
So-
pincer mandibles.
As a reaction, as I see that, I would like to use my. Are they consider? I'm assuming they're allies, right?
Who?
Those soldiers way out there.
Yeah,
Consider them allies.
yeah. It's the soldiers of Elturel.
Okay. I use my channel divinity to void slip with one of the soldiers over there.
Ooh, which one? This one?
Well, there's a cluster of them, so just any of them really.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go. Oops, I didn't target myself. Thank you.
Hello.
Oh my, I see a lot of things. There's also a unique looking guy over there. And another unique thing right over there. This is problematic.
Think?
There's a lot more going on here.
Dang it! I was playing around with a rectangle thing.
Yeah,
and I don't know how to undo that.
Go back to the
Click it.
person thing and then just select yourself again. So which
Um,
means my aura is now missing. It's not there anymore.
Yeah, that's not working.
Get rid of
select
that.
escape.
You have to
Escape?
reselect your character.
Oh,
Actually-
Are you done?
Yeah, that was it. That was just my reaction.
Okay.
It's not my
that's
turn.
good. Yeah, I know. It's the enemy's turn. And now we just added a new boy to the list here.
Oops, I think I just went myself
So
fast.
this guy, off in the distance there, Zorax, you see a tall-looking, disgusting. I don't know. I don't know how to describe this walking, freaking insectoid thing with. It's got like a carapace mask on its face with mandibles coming out. It's got 6 arms with a big like cricket body, and it's wielding a mighty staff. You
Okay.
see it move. It crawls up the side of the building and moves to the top of the building, just where you lose line of sight of it. But as it's going up there, it's going up there, it holds out its staff and it shrieks this loud. I don't know what you want to call it. This loud sets of squeaks. I can't get it. Shrieks is what I want. As a green and black beam of enervating energy springs forward from its staff and slams into your body.
Oh dear.
A 26 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hurt.
And you feel your body kind of something in your body, your strength begins to be sapped. Something is sucking your strength away, as if you just ran 10 miles. You're getting winded just from holding your weapon as you just slipped through the void and out around these guys. This blast hit you, and you hear a shriek from your weapon. What is this? And on a hit, your weapons deal only half damage. Your weapon attacks only do half damage.
Okay.
And that
They have been
is
weakened in some way, shape, or form.
Yep.
Okay.
Write that down.
Okay, there we
Will
go.
you put like a? Can you right click your own token and put an icon as a reminder for us? Something that can symbol that, like a down arrow or something.
Yeah. Give me.
Basically, you right click it, then you click the one on the top right.
No. Yeah. I
Effects.
can do that. It's Just give me one second. I was just looking up some spells real quick that I might need.
With that, Zorax, this blast of energy just hit you. The creature that cast it walked up the side of the building and went on top of it, out of your line of sight.
Oh, you can right-click the icon to make it big, apparently, instead of left-clicking. Interesting.
How did you make it bigger?
You right-click it instead of left-clicking it.
Oh, that's much better.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. I'm assuming that's going to be my weakened state. We'll say that. Okay.
It looks so sad.
Yeah.
Oh shit! They didn't have that skull on there before, did they?
That's what I saw on there.
Okay. I didn't know if I just added it or not.
I don't see
Okay.
it.
Well, this is problematic. That's okay, though. So now I need to... So these things are dead over here on the left, right? So
Yep.
I have to go to these other ones?
I'll make that bigger for you. Now that
I'll
I
run
know
to this
how.
thing real
Oops,
quick.
What the hell? No, don't do that.
I guess I don't have to. I can just attack it from here. It's 5 feet. Okay. Wow. What on earth? Can I... you know what? I'm just gonna go hit this fucking thing in front of me. Fuck the weakness. Push through it.
Work through the pain.
The pain means nothing. I roll. That's not as high as I would like.
Fight till you
20 to hit.
die.
20 to hit.
Yes.
For 6 slashing damage and 4 radiant damage. Significantly less. And then it definitely hits. For another 5 plus 8 is 13. Divide that by 2. That is a 7. Am I rounding up or rounding down?
You round down.
6 slashing damage and
Just tell me the total of everything.
I don't know. I'm telling you these as I'm rolling them. Now I don't know what I rolled before. It's another 6 radiant damage. Get over it. I had to do the same thing. Now it's your turn to do the same thing.
I was reading other things though. I wasn't paying attention.
You son of a fucking bitch.
Was anybody paying attention?
Did it deal? Does it have more than 30 HP?
No.
Then it's dead.
Okay.
Actually, it's probably not. It's probably. I think I did like 20 something, 25.
But you did radiant damage too, which is doubled.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So then, yeah, it's dead. It's probably. I probably did like.
Okay.
20 then.
So let's see if they were able to kill this woman. Nope. Before then. All right. So is that half damage?
That was with half damage. Well,
Okay.
the radiant's not half. It was just
Right,
the weapon
right.
strikes.
The weapon strikes
Yeah.
half damage. All right. So as you're diving in and out of thrusts that these insect men are thrusting at you, you twist, you turn, your body is moving sluggish. It's not reacting like you expect it to. As you cleave through one of them, you kind of got to put extra, pull into it in order for it to really, cut. And you can feel your frailty. But with the quick, sharp, and sudden strike, your stifling onslaught cuts through their enemy's carapace, leaving green ichor upon your body, and the young woman and the people, the young little group of people, villagers, citizens, whatever, kind of huddled in the middle. As they quickly decide to take refuge, they go, "Thank you so much. I didn't know what I was going to do. I thought they were going to kill us like they did." And you look over and the entire, group of soldiers has been kind of just decimated. She says, "Where should we go? They're everywhere. That noise, it's so deafening." And at that moment, you hear a scream and bellow as a giant, one of those flying bat creatures flies away into the distance with a small family.
I can't focus on that right now. I gotta take care of the big evil thing that's up on the rooftop. And what was the max hit point of those things? It's like what, 22?
Sure.
Right. Well, I gotta know for my sword.
Yeah, for your healing. That's right.
Well, it's not healing, but yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
10.
22.
Well, technically, I'm giving them a range. Some have 15, some have 22, and some have the max, which is 29.
Okay. I gave it 22 then. So I'm at 22 now. I was
All right.
little
Anything
low on
else?
I will use my bonus action to do nothing. I end my turn.
Okay.
I just look at all my stuff that requires a bonus action. I'm like,
All right, with that, you kind of end up in this fray. You're swinging your weapon wildly. You cut
Oh.
through these enemies.
Sorry,
No.
I have my movement. I totally forgot.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna move right there. There's that bitch.
Give me a perception check.
Sure. Um, 12.
Okay. As you quickly look around, you know that the creature is up on top of the roof, but you can't spot him at all. But you do spot a flash of something skittering out right here as it ducks behind into the room for a moment.
I
The small
tell.
swarm.
God. I tell that small group of people to move southwards towards where my allies are at. But
She
be
says,
wary of the evil things.
"Are you sure it's safe that way?"
It's not. It's not safe anywhere. But it's the best shot you have at survival.
So give me a persuasion check. They're scared shitless.
Your aura.
Or you can do intimidation. You want to like get the hell out of here?
I'm apparently not very persuasive right now. I guess intimidation. You gave me that choice, so I guess I can use that. 18.
Okay. You scare her her and the group more just as much as the skittering guys with spears. So they run towards the down the aisle to try to take shelter.
I wish them the best. We'll see what happens.
Oh my gosh.
Anything else? Garmor.
I can't save them all. Yeah, that's why it's just
You
my
haven't
turn.
saved anybody. Garmor,
No.
just around the corner as you are the enemies that were behind you are charging up behind you. The young girl and her small family kind of spill out of the room next to you, and then in the distance you see a group of people running towards a door in the building to head towards the building in the distance. Just to your right, you can spot a bit of some critters attacking the young girl. They're pinching behind you, and there's two that have been surrounded by a group of soldiers that's been surrounded by the skittering skittering creatures to your left.
I'm going to attack the one that's pursuing me for one attack.
Okay.
Let me pull up the water elemental stats. I'm gonna make one attack. That's a natural 20.
Woo woo!
So
Boom,
that's
chicka, bow wow.
Congratulations.
so that's 20 for the crit damage and
There's nothing in my aura range.
28 points of bludgeoning damage.
Woo, 28 you said?
Yes.
Nice.
I get skipped.
No, you go after Garmor.
Oh, that one went before him.
He's got 15, you got 14. At least that's what I wrote down. I don't know if that's actually what it was. No, I'm moving tokens of like the monsters and the NPCs around on everyone's turn, so they're constantly kind of in motion, so that might have changed some things up for you.
So what is the fate of the group that's right behind me to my right?
So with a perfect imprint of your Titan watery fist, their carapace cracks of several of these creatures. Their weapons go sprawling about. They can't get their grip because you're leaving puddles everywhere and they're slipping, so they're trying to do their best to escape, but unfortunately because they are pinned up against the soldiers, they end up kind of falling into a bit of trouble, and they several of them crumble below your feet, but they a small contingent of them are still standing in spite of your weighty haymaker.
Right. Then I'm going to actually hang on. I'm going to move directly in interception towards the next group, north of me, and because of what is it called? Water form. The elemental can enter a hostile creature's space and stop there. It can move through a space as narrow as 1 inch wide without squeezing.
Okay. So where are you going?
I'm going right here.
That'll provoke an op attack from the
I know.
ones on your right. Okay. As long as you know that. All right. One is certainly going to miss. The other one is a 16.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. You take 9. That's the wrong stat block. 5 points of damage.
Okay. And then I'm gonna use my second attack on that other group.
Woo. Go ahead.
Oh no, I rolled low. You're failing me tonight, new dice. That's a 12 to hit.
That is not going to do it. They're able to, they kind of just jump back and they climb up on the ceiling to avoid you and start prodding you from the ceiling of the roof.
All right, then I'm gonna use my bonus action. Hang on, let me pull up the information here. I'm gonna use my combat wild shape ability, where I can use a bonus action to expend a spell slot to regain 1d8 hit points per level of the spell slot expended. So I'm gonna use a second level spell slot
Okay.
to heal hit points.
The soldiers behind you are able to defeat off the remainder of those guys, and they begin to move in to help their allies.
I heal 9 hit points of my water elemental form, and that's the end of my turn.
All right. Merle, you see the giant shape-shifted water form of Garmor burst into the building where the skittering creatures are, and
I flowed.
yeah, he bursted in there like a hammer and smashed into a bunch of them, knocking them away from the innocent civilians who are now begging and pleading for help. They're all bloodied and injured and are screaming for help. Several of the soldiers are beginning to head that way, but because they're engaged with these this little group of skittering creatures, they can't seem to get there without turning their backs to the enemy.
Okay.
What do
All
you
right, the one that's next to Garmor, I'm going to use a firebolt.
Can you see it? I know it doesn't seem like it, but there's
Yes.
there
See it
is
on the map, so therefore I see it.
no,
Yeah.
no,
No?
Yeah.
What do you mean no?
no.
Yes. Yes.
You got a giant, a huge, he's large size, a pile of water filling that area. His mini doesn't fill that area, but
He has
he
cover.
does. So it has
has cover.
cover.
Basically, it's +2 to his AC.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you can't hit him.
I didn't
It's not full cover, is it?
No, it's 3/4 cover though.
Right, so,
Okay, go ahead, shoot him, whatever. I'm just letting you know that it's going to be hard to hit him. And I'm also wondering, do you then hit Garmor since Garmor, they're inside Garmor?
no, that's not how that works. I miss.
Yeah,
So I
to
use my
put
winged
people inside.
boots to fly over here. And fire my arcane turret at the one next to the 2 soldiers, but just south of me. And that's gonna be a 27 to hit,
That'll hit.
or 18 force damage.
How much?
18 force damage.
Okay, against which one? The one. This one over here. All right, yeah. So that's with your turret gun?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nope.
Do me a favor and find the official ruling of somebody in water elemental.
I have it up.
What is the ruling when somebody is in water elemental form, swallowing a target, and that target is attacked?
That's not what I did. I moved adjacent to where these guys were at.
Did you not say that you're large?
Yeah.
Okay, how many squares is large? Still just 5 foot square?
Yeah.
Okay. I was
think.
confused then, because I was thinking it was one size bigger than that on the grid. You know what I mean? I was thinking it was 4 squares big.
Large
Okay.
is 10 by 10.
So I was right.
Oh.
Yeah, you are currently.
So the ruling I want to
2 by 2.
know, and I'm going to continue anyways after we already did it, but I want to know, since he's a 4x4 square and the enemy shares a space with him, if he's targeted, if the enemy is targeted by an attack, does it hit the target or does it hit the person that is engulfed the target? For instance, the way I understand the way Shambling Mound works, the target inside can't be targeted, but the Shambling Mound can be. They get total cover. Same thing with the worm. So that's what I was trying to discern, because he's water, so I'm going to say, okay, yeah, you can see through him. But generally, the rule of thumb is when somebody swallows something, they have total cover.
But
Well,
does
it's an action for me to whelm something,
It's to
which I
what?
didn't do.
It's to what?
Whelm.
It's not
W-H-E-L-M.
Right. But you can share the same space as somebody, correct?
but that's
We'll worry about it later, but somebody write that down so we can look into it. Because I'm very curious about that, especially if he's going to be turning into water shit more often. All right, so I have
In
a
the
question.
elemental
I've
space.
noticed you haven't flown yet. Did you lose your boots? Or are you just not keeping them in mind?
Good fly. I said so.
Oh, okay. So you're flying around.
Oh, I got where I'm at.
Yeah, you pull out your big blaster. Your little turret released some blast. And you took a pot shot at this one. And it goes down. I think that's the one you shot, right?
I shot at the one that's next to the 2 soldiers.
Oh, this one here? You did enough damage to kill it, plus with the soldiers, so. All right, so as you're swooping around, you're taking pot shots. The soldiers are hooting and hollering. They're screaming for you. Because you freed them up, they come over here and they're going to grab these people and usher them into a nearby building. And the rest are going to accompany you, Merle, as you engage in battle. So, Merle, when you move, you can take that token of people with you. All right?
Okay.
If you fly over, they'll have to go around, but I'm going to put you in charge of that token. As they charge, he says, what? They run up to you, he says, that was some mighty good shooting. What should we do next, sir? They're everywhere.
At the time being, protect the civilians.
All right, that we can do. The contingent Z over there has already taken the other one into safety. Looks like they're barricading up the door. But I can. There's more. I can hear them screaming. The civilians. They're being swarmed by these. What are these beasts, sir?
Ugly with pointy ends.
You hear from the back. Ain't that the truth? Says, all right, sir. Well, yours, Commander. With that, bad guy swoops in. All right. I need the bad guy's turns. Yoink.
there's more of you bastards. There's always more of you.
Well, that one can't get close to you.
That's okay.
So, first thing I'm going to do is the other one that popped out and drained your energy. You see him peek over the edge just a smidgen through the trees. And he is going to, he starts, I don't say he's chanting. He starts this high squealing and clicking noises, and you see him waving this big giant stick around. Oh shit. Had to find the spell so I make sure I check it right. That it doesn't require concentration. Nope, it doesn't. So with that, he chants a spell, and behind you, several of the critters that were on the ground begin shaking and trembling, and you see these dark, like green vine-like tendrils grow up and kind of pull them together, and then they start marching towards you as he casts Animate the Dead.
Ah, that's problematic.
Yeah. And then he is going to use the rest of his movement to go back into hiding and kind of keeping an eye over it. Another, give me a perception check.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. 15.
All right. As you're surrounded by these contingents of enemies, you see several of them crawl out of the well and start heading over here to the east. And in the distance, you spot none other than the Grand Duke of shit. What's his name? Damn it! I have it written down. Hang on.
Uldar Ravengard?
That's the one. You see the Grand Duke
Memory.
Uldar Ravengard. As he is giving commands to his soldiers, reinforcements have begun to show up, but just as many are coming out of the little area down there, the well.
Saying this as a player, isn't Ravengard Zorax's boss?
Ravengard.
No.
Zorax was part of the Flaming Fist, but
Yeah.
the Duke didn't run that stuff himself. That was his team that ran that stuff, but he wasn't direct. I mean, maybe, I guess. I don't think he reported directly to him, though. But now he's running
No.
Elturel after it got sucked into Avernus.
Yeah.
So with that, the soldiers come out, and you see this very strange sight. Fucking Zorax.
Yeah, I'm seeing some shit.
You see this very slender, albeit beautiful female figure with like a green leafy shawl and massive snake-like tendrils flipping out of her head. I need you to give me a DC 16 Constitution saving throw.
Oh, son of a gun.
I succeed.
Unfortunately, these guys didn't.
I got a 22.
Nice. Hang on a second.
I am Paladin. I am big strong man.
Fucking paladins. All right, so several, as you look around, this enchanting aura kind of comes over you. She looks at you, and she kind of winks at you, and you start to feel something get hard.
I'm immune to charmed, so no.
It's not charm.
It's not charmed? Then what is it?
She's beautiful, and you're getting hard. What do you think it is? She's got tendrils on her head.
Oh.
Your
it's
body
Medusa.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I was gonna get stoned.
As she kind of smiles and winks at you. She keeps her distance. Let's move this guy out here. This guy's dead too. Oh, I forgot to mark him. And now all of these guys are gonna get to go and attack you. Because they have pack tactics. Each one represents a small group.
Yeah.
22 to hit.
Yep.
Miss. Miss. 18 to hit.
Nope.
23. Is that 4?
Yep.
That's 4. 19.
Yep.
23. All right.
Yep.
So, yeah, sorry. They all have pack tactics, so. And each one gets to strike. Each little icon strikes twice, so.
Oh boy.
I'm not going to bother rolling. That's too many rolls. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take their... You see now they've taken on an offensive form. They've got you surrounded. And one group is going... So the first group is going to hit you for 7 piercing plus 5, so 12. You're gonna take 12 damage from the first group.
Okay.
Oh fuck it! I'm just gonna take the average. You're gonna take 12 from the second group, and the third group is gonna do 6, but try to contested grapple you, and you need to beat a 23.
Jesus.
I should have grappled first.
Does the damage happen first?
Yeah.
Okay.
I should have did it the other way around, but it's fine.
Nah, you should have. You should be glad that you did it that way. Because I do not have advantage on this grapple check now. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to do some of this math here real quick that no one likes to do.
I just
Okay.
take averages and max and mins.
Grapple. that's a 13. I'm grappled.
All right, so they get a hold of you. And I think there's actually a thing for grappled. I think. I don't know which one it is.
Things are starting to get.
I see prone. All right, so they got you surrounded. And they're poking and prodding at you. The sword is inside. Its voice is weak, and you feel weaker. Your energy is being sapped, and you can still hear the clicking and clattering all around you from these creatures. You hear a bellowing shout off in the distance with a big booming voice. Zorax! You have come to our aid. The city is under siege. I have put in defenses. I have them putting up barriers now and clogging up all the areas. This well is the last entrance available. We have to fill it.
Fill it with what?
Bodies if you have to. Anything. Blow it up for all I care.
I could do that.
And you did. You spotted them coming out of the well. So it's clear now that they came up from underground, up through all the wells, and started attacking. With that, I think that is the end of those monsters' turns. Let's go over to the ones that are fighting you guys. This one that is fighting Garmor. That's the wrong die. I think I lost. There it is. I lost a die. This doesn't have pack tactics because there's only just one. So that is a 12. I don't know that that's gonna do it.
That misses.
And a crit. Woo! I'm sorry, I don't cheer crits on you guys. But you take
That's funny.
You take 24 points of damage.
Okay, I'm still up.
Piercing, yeah, you probably don't even feel it. You got resistance to piercing, don't you? Or is that bludgeoning?
Oh, that's right.
Oh, you're like, I wasn't even keeping track of that.
How much was that?
That was 24 on the crit.
So that's 12.
So as they're thrusting at you, they're skittering all around you from all areas. They're squeaking and clicking. You see them take on a very specific kind of form, combat form, as several are attacking from above and a couple from the side. What are you going to... Oh, no, I think you guys got those ones. I need to go through and kill some stuff here, but I think... Roll some battles, but I think that... Zorax, you can go ahead and go. You are currently grappled and surrounded on all sides by these creatures. This woman in the corner is heckling you, saying, My. Look what you've done. Do you know how many people... Oh, actually, I can't.
Yeah.
You don't speak the same language.
Nope.
What language would it be?
I don't know. How would I know? It matters not, because I'm going to Misty Step right next to her.
Uh-oh.
Seems like a terrible idea.
Why? 'Cause I want to kill her.
Fair enough.
What do you mean? Terrible idea. I could just kill her and be done with it.
Go ahead.
Oh my. Ravenguard's having some trouble.
Yeah. It's not going
Now that I
super
can
well.
see a little more what's going on. Oh, Raven Guard, you're having some issues. I don't have advantage anymore. That's okay. And I am going to move around to this side of her with my movement. I think I used only 10 feet because I actually had 5 extra feet for Misty Step. And I'm going to hit her in the head with a sword. Big sword. 22 to hit. 22
Yes.
to hit.
I had to open to the page. I gotta keep bouncing back and forth here.
For a total of, and I might even smite this one.
Smite that biatch. Where are you at?
4 slashing and 7 radiant damage. Does the radiant damage feel like it does anything to her? Or does she just react normally?
There's no special reactions.
Okay.
I usually will tell you.
Okay.
Oh!
And then second attack. It is a
How much was the first damage?
4 slashing and 7 radiant, so a 11 total. This one will definitely hit. And then 5 slashing damage, and I will tell you the radiant damage in a second here. I'm actually gonna smite this one on top of that. What's my highest spell slot? Because she started laughing at me. 3. Well, I'll use it. So it's 7, and then smite rules. How does that work? Again, it's been a while since I've smited something.
You just
I
when you
believe
hit, you say I spend this many hit spite dice.
Well, that, but like,
It's
I have
2d8 points of radiant damage, but if it's a fiend, it's 3d8.
That should be
and then
good.
plus 1 d8 for, okay, so I'm rolling 4 more d8s. Alright, cool, so 7. I'm gonna get the calculator out. That's, okay, so...
Oh, he's using math.
Uh-oh. For an extra, is that another? That's a 3. Okay. For another.
Just
I
so
gotta
you
roll
know,
one more.
kids, it's much easier to add up to their hit points than to subtract.
33 extra points of radiant damage. On top of all the rest of that damage I did.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
Cool.
All right, so as you poof out, or as you step into a shadow and appear next to her, she's kind of taken a bit aback. She kind of is like startled for a second, and her hair kind of lashes out and starts striking at you. She streaks at you with your claws. You pull up your blade. Now was your other damage halved? Or did you
Yep.
give it to me halved already?
I gave it to you halved
Okay,
already.
I wanted to make sure. All right. And as you you begin striking her back and forth, you guys trade blows pretty good. But as you lay a few blows on her, a couple of her tendrils are cut. She gets a few minor wounds. She kind of dances back a little bit, and you trade back and forth. And you can see. Give me an insight check.
I gotta look at my insight. Oh, cool. 19. Nine, 19.
Yep. So as you look at this alien-like creature, it's clear from the fixated and her fixated and unsettling stare that this individual could maybe be a little homicidal, but it doesn't come off as a form of fury.
Huh.
As she's taking some sort of pleasure in this scrap. Anything else?
Heck no.
No. But I'm gonna do something interesting next turn. Should me and her survive till the end of this?
Okay. All right, and with that, off in the distance,
I'm so sorry. I forgot I had a bonus action. I'm gonna Shield of Faith myself.
Okay. How does your Shield of Faith look?
I kind of glide my hand across Shadow Razor, and like an aura of, or what once was a heat wave is now more like just strands of like swirling darkness coming off of me
Cool. That's really
as my
tight.
powers are
That's tight.
increasing.
Shade of darkness envelops your armor.
Feels pretty good, dude. So much for faith. It's a shield of faith, I guess. Looks more like an armor of
Hell.
Hadar.
Whatever you want it to be, man.
Pretty much.
All right. So with that, Garmor, these creatures are attacking you from all sides. They've taken on some sort of formation. You can tell they're not exactly used to battling something as unique as your water-like body.
Right.
This watery form you've taken
I need to
on.
pee.
So it turns out you were right about Whelm and the size of my space as an elemental.
We need to get you an
And-
icon for your forms.
Yeah.
There's also a module for that too.
There's a
Being
what?
that guy, but a module we can download to fix that.
Oh, okay. We'll worry about that later.
I'm just gonna make this square here my space.
Okay.
And would you like to hear the full extent of the Whelm ability?
Just tell me what I gotta do.
The creature right next to me needs to make a DC 15 strength saving throw. On a failure, they take 2d8 plus 4 bludgeoning damage, and is also grappled if they are large or smaller.
Okay. You are able to overwhelm them with your hydro body as you swarm into them. And they're trying to skitter around and kind of climb out. Anything else? How much damage?
2d8 plus 4. That is 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
As you kind of see them in there, you see them scrambling to try to get out, and you create kind of a vortex inside your body, and you see them being slammed against the walls and the ceilings, and then they just start floating inside your watery body as the corpses. Their carapace cracked from smashing on the floor and the walls. This green ichor begins filling your body.
Okay, with I'm assuming that they are dead.
Yes. I'll get the icon up right now. I was doing something else. There you go.
Okay, with that in mind, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I dash,
Can you dash? Does your whelm just happens when you share a space, doesn't it?
yes.
It doesn't take an action. Okay.
So if I dash, that's
So you'd be able to move what? 60 feet?
yeah.
Is that form got a 30-foot movement?
Yes. This thing isn't like Fire Emblem, I will say. It doesn't.
No.
It's not. It's not for that.
Well, it
Yeah.
should have a function like that. For
No.
What? Just move. Just count as you move. What are you trying to do?
I'm
grab your
trying
token.
to.
Count spaces. 5 feet is one space.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I collides with the wall, dang it. Okay, I'm gonna. 1, 2, 7, 8. That. What? Collides with a wall. That.
There. Is that where you wanted?
Thank you. Yes.
You can also just click and drag.
All right.
Whatever, man. I don't use this thing.
So as you come around the corner, you see Zorax is engaged with this very beautiful looking green woman with hair flailing back and forth as she's catching and trading blows with her claw between her claws and Zorax's blade. Give me a perception check, please.
Okay, perception. That is a natural 20.
All right, so off in the distance, you can hear the bellowing of commands, and you recognize the voice as the Duke, the Oldar Rivengard. You can't see him, but you can hear him giving out commands, and you even hear him shout the name of Rhea, who you recall being partnered with early on in your delve towards Avernus, one of the Hell
The
Riders.
Crimson Exiles travels.
Oh, well, you...
Yeah, he's Garmor. He's the Azure Crow.
Yes, yeah, I got that. So you hear him bellow for somebody named Captain Rhea.
Mm.
It's confusing when you run big groups back to back and then have them together, because then it messes me up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, should have used our Azure Crows then for Avernus, I guess.
No, you're fine. That's just a me issue.
All right. I'm gonna use my combat wild shape ability again,
Mm-hmm.
and use a. Actually, I'm gonna use a first level spell slot to heal.
Okay. Anything else?
7. That's the end of my turn.
All right. So Merle, you spot Garmor becomes kind of like a twister inside of his body, and you see all these insectoid creatures smashing and being ripped apart as they smash into the floor and the walls inside that little room. And quickly he kind of washes out and then kind of just rolls into the aisle heading back towards the center. You assume towards where where Zorax is. The soldiers have fortified themselves with the family inside and are taking shelter at the moment. What does Merle do?
Okay.
Remember, you control that contingent below you.
Alright. I'm going to move 30 feet this way. Oh, crap.
Have you guys really been not keeping to my request and only keeping your token selected?
No, I have been. I even zoom in on mine just in case.
I appreciate that.
Okay, what do I see exactly, precisely?
Okay, so as you fly around the corner, how high in the sky are you?
Feet.
A few feet?
Feet.
Okay, 10 feet. So you see several big contingents of these swarms just to your right around the corner. You can see just a little bit of Zorax kind of in battle with this very slender green witch-looking creature. And something of particular note is you spot... I don't know if that shows up now. Nope. You spot a guy. I'm going to put him right here so you can see him. On top of the... roof, hiding, and seems to be wailing a staff in the air. But he's kind of tucked behind, so you barely just spot the tip of his wand and head as he's hidden on the backside of the slanted roof. Off in the distance, you can also see Grand Duke Ravengard giving command to what little contingent he has left alongside Rhea as they battle these skittering creatures.
Okay. Alright, Merle pretty much goes, oh, heck no. It's like a cartridge from his bandolier, loads it into his arcane focus, and casts Fireball.
Oh, nice!
Oh.
Very nice.
How big it is?
I reach out to I ask Merle, don't kill the one I'm fighting. I have questions.
Promises.
No promise.
If she dies, oh well, so be it.
If she dies, she dies.
All right.
I
Is
cannot
that how
save her.
big it is? Ian?
Yeah. It's a 20-foot
is.
radius.
What
Oh, really?
level are you casting it at?
So I guess it'd be more like...
Highest level I can. 3.
3?
That's right, he's an artificer. They're half casters.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll damage and Foundry.
Huh?
I'm just gonna roll damage and Foundry. 9.
Hey, there you go. That works out. 86, 29.
DC saving throw 17.
So, as you now, does this come out of your gun? What does this look like? Describe just the attack, not the
Pull the
effect.
trigger. It's your mushroom cloud.
All right, so as you pull the trigger, you send out this big blast, and out of nowhere comes this massive sphere of water and catches your ball of fire and turns it into a billowing smoke.
Oh,
That just
shit.
get kind of spelled.
You did. You
You
look
did.
over. You look over and you see that creature that was on top bust out of hiding, and he's wailing his staff, and he's skittering and clicking, and you almost can see from this distance. You can almost see a smirk upon this mandible face of this creature as it begins cackling from a distance. Yes, you got counterspelled.
A jackwagon.
Damn.
Principal, I put my turret at him and fired my arcane bolt.
I'm gonna shoot him with my guns.
Alright. Into the hit.
What's that?
Into the hit him.
I heard 82, so I know that's not right.
22.
22. Who you attacking?
Yeah, that counterspelled me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He has partial cover. So in his AC.
Can you see him? Because I can't see him.
No, he's on the roof. I pulled him off so he could see him for a second, but I don't know how to make it so you can see him while he's still in that area, because that's where he's keeping himself covered. So you have to be
Right.
up there to get it. But I can't get Merle over there. I guess unless I give Merle 2 tokens, might work.
Well, from my perspective, while my character's highlighted, I can see where your cursor's at, Justin.
Yeah, that's where he's hiding.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's specifically up there hiding. That's kind of his shtick.
Oh, man.
Wait.
I forgot what I was looking for. You did 28 to hit, right?
Into the hit, yes.
Yes. that's
22 to
gonna
hit.
18 force damage and knock back 5 feet.
Ooh, nice. All right. So, is that your turret? So after this big bubble of water absorbs your fireball, you kind of get annoyed, and your turret just kind of pops up and shoots off a blast, and you see him kind of, and he gets kind of knocked back and slides back a little bit.
The phrase, yeah, jackwagon.
I think I already moved him, didn't I? Yeah, he's in this area. If anybody knows how to make that, like, it's different levels, and I can't figure it out. But anyways, all right.
But yeah.
Actually, I think I could probably remove the walls. That might
I
actually
don't know,
do that.
Probably.
Anyways, anything else from Merle?
I'll do for now.
All right. Are you just standing right here? All right. All of these are going to move over here.
Well, remember that he's 10 feet in the air.
They're going to throw spears at him, so it doesn't matter.
Fair enough. Just wanted to be sure.
19. 6. 11. 23.
I cast shield to block that one.
So none of them hit?
Oh, and my AC is now effectively 27 until my turn.
All right, so as they gun up, they skitter, and they look up at you, and they draw back some of their spears, and they launch them, and a little kind of like a radar dish kind of pops up and projects an energy barrier, and they smash, and you can almost see the look of shock on their face as your barrier comes out of nowhere. They're gonna skitter away and try to climb up this building. I don't know that they have enough movement to actually get up it though. This woman is not too happy with Zorax. She kind of her tendrils kind of slither around your face, and
Yucky.
she says something, but you can't understand it.
That will change in about 6 seconds.
I need you to give me a a Constitution saving throw. Austin.
Oh boy, here we go again. Another saving throw. Constitution, you said?
Yep.
You can do it.
I hope so. Nope, that ain't gonna happen. That's an 8.
Oh.
I rolled a nat 1.
Oh no.
So I just want everyone to know that I'm going to read this verbatim so nobody thinks that I'm fucking with him. Petrifying gaze. The Medusa fixes its gaze on one creature within 60 feet of it that it can see and that can see its eyes. The target must make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw. If the saving throw fails by 5 or more, the creature is instantly petrified.
I know what it does.
I just don't know what the petrified condition does.
You're pretty much you're essentially dead right now. For right now. Otherwise, a creature that fails the saving throw begins to turn to stone. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. So, petrified.
Damn, missed it by 1 point.
Transformed to a solid inanimate object, wasting increased by a factor of 10. You cease aging, incapacitated, can't move or speak, unaware of surroundings. Girls eventually have advantage. Exactly fails strength and dex saving throws. Have resistance to all damage, immunity to poison and disease. Although, yeah.
Yeah, so you are effectively turned to stone for right now. So we need a cool icon for that. I see radioactive.
Oh, there's the weekend.
Empowered. There's got to be a turn to stone, right? Curse.
Feel like.
Magic shield, holy shield, ice shield, fire shield.
Nope.
Paralyzed.
Guess not.
Paralyzed will have to work. Your turn to stone.
Woo!
Frozen.
Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. So she looks at you,
That's not good.
and she winks, and your body begins to slowly stiffen and harden, and your attacks become slower and slower. The area around you gets darker and darker, and then nothing.
So I'm unconscious, correct?
That and more.
But I just want to know if I'm unconscious or not.
I have to check something because I think it's
Or unaware of your surroundings.
But I'm conscious.
I think it's for the aura purposes, right? Well, hang on.
Yes.
Petrified.
Incapacitated.
You are incapacitated.
Okay, so I'm just straight up unconscious then.
Yeah. Attack rolls have
Can't take-
advantage on you.
Can't take actions or reactions.
Yep. You basically can't do anything. So, in order to let this move forward without you being totally bored out of your wits, I want you to go ahead and search Duke Uldur Ravengard stat block, and I'm going to give you control over him.
That's fine.
So, at least in the
I'm
interim.
messaging you over Facebook right now, so...
All right. So, hey, it wasn't Garmore.
Time.
You have any idea how worried I was going to be he was going to get turned to stone? He still might, I guess. I don't know. All right.
Yet.
Yeah, it's not over yet. All right. With that, that was her turn. She's obviously not interested in you at all now, so she's going to begin moving over here.
She hasn't noticed the large water elemental.
Well, I'm trying to think what she would do in this situation. Yeah, she's gonna go towards you.
Come at me.
Come at me, bro. Actually, she's gonna stop just shy of your big, enormous body.
Yeah. You're kind of a 2x2 block.
Yeah. And she is going to make 2 swipes at you
Okay.
with her claws. A 16
That hits.
and an 11.
That misses.
You're gonna take 17 points of slashing damage.
Does
which
that
will
have?
take- Yeah, that's what it is. So you would have that.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like what, 8?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she, you kind of see her. She kind of recoils a little bit. She kind of pokes you a little bit as she runs her claws through you, and your your water is just washing through. And she says something, but you can't understand through the clicking and stuff. But she almost looks interested and curious. With that, let me roll the. Actually, did you get your stat block?
I did.
Okay, so I'm still just gonna let you.
He's a beast.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's strong. Yeah. Go ahead and give me a. We'll just. Do you want to add yourself to the top of the initiative, or you just want to roll to introduce him?
I can just roll. It's fine.
Okay, go ahead and add yourself to the initiative.
It is 12 is the initiative he has.
You're getting low on soldiers right now.
And knowing a lot of things.
Yeah, a lot of things are going down.
So now you are the captain. Since you're gonna role play him instead of me now. He knows that he needs to plug that hole, or more of these critters are gonna keep coming through.
Cool.
This one that another one just came out of.
Oh, I don't see.
Can you not see it from there?
Can you really not see it? I feel like you could.
He can.
No, you should be able to.
It's
Yeah,
right in the
this
center
hole?
there. Yeah.
right in the center.
The
Yeah.
token on there. Okay.
Armor can see it.
There was a well.
Yeah, there's a well
there's
underneath
a
it
thing
too.
on it.
See?
Okay.
All right. With that, Rhea kind of tries to do a tactical maneuver to work her way around. She is gonna take an op attack. She's gonna miss. All right. She sees him coming through.
Flank, huh?
She says, "Commander, they're coming out. They're still coming out of the well. What should we do?"
What do we have to plug it?
Hey,
Give me a
keep that
perception.
agent from counterspelling me.
Give me a perception check, Duke.
Let's see here. Is he proficient in it? He is. Wow. A 14.
So as you look around, you see a couple different things, but how do you ping the page? Anybody remember how to do that? Is it this button?
The module.
Select targets? Nope.
Trying to ping it's a module.
Yeah.
Oh, can I not? Well, anyways, so over here, there's lots of different things to block it. There's boulders, there's a cart, there's trees, there's corpses. There are a lot of different things you can stuff into that well. Blowing it up could collapse it as well. Sir, they just keep coming.
Ugh.
We're running out of soldiers. The rest are defending other areas of the city.
Rhea, how many corpses can you hold?
What, like, how many can she carry?
Yep.
Oh, man, your mic is really messed up. Oh, I can carry
well.
2. Oh, there it goes. I can carry 2, sir.
Good. We're gonna carry 2, and I'm gonna carry 2. We're gonna plug that damn hole with their dead, whatever these things are.
We got to be able to get to it, though, sir. There's so many surrounding us.
Well, we're not gonna be able to cut through them as many as come out, so we're gonna have to do something here.
All right. Understood. And
The men will just have to make do. We're gonna have to do what we can.
So the group spits off into 2 groups, 2 weaker groups to kind of give you some cover, and they try to. Let's unselect that. They try to. I don't know what I just did to that. There we go. I gave them like weird arrows. What the hell is that?
Oh, you're doing something.
Oh, I'm okay. Yeah, I gotta move them. There we go. There we go. I had the select on. So they kind of take on a new tactical formation, allowing you to retreat for the moment, to the best of your ability at least. That one's dead already, I think. What was your initiative?
It was a 12.
A 12. All right. So we're gonna go
Yes.
back to the top, and that puts you after Merle.
All right.
Garmor.
Hmm.
The area is swamped. In the distance, you just saw your buddy Zorak slowly become a frozen statue, and this creature has now approached you. What are you gonna do?
I'm
Got a
going
way to stop petrification?
Well, that I can't do that, especially with her present. So what I'm gonna do is, would I have heard that conversation?
Which one?
Plugging the hole?
Give me a perception check.
Oh boy. Come on. That's a 10.
No, you did not. The din of combat, while it's quieter, the cackling and clicking of this creature in front of you with the flailing hair is kind of drawn all your focus.
Actually, let me rephrase that question. Would Garmor have seen this creature come out of that well?
Not with that
No.
perception check. No.
All right,
Oh,
then.
I thought you were referring to the fucking snake lady. I'm stupid.
No, the snake lady didn't come out of the well. She came out of one of the houses after killing everybody.
Ah.
Actually,
All
the
right,
one you're frozen next to.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to move up closer to her. Actually, I need to recharge my Whelm, which is a 46.
Well.
That's a 1, so no. But I'm going to attack her
Okay.
twice.
All right.
Double
go ahead.
whammies. That's a natural 1 on one attack, but I rolled a 20. Hang on. 26 to hit.
That'll do it.
That is
That's nice.
11 points of bludgeoning damage. And my attacks are considered magical.
For overcoming resistances.
Yes. Because I have a level 6 ability that allows me that.
Right. All right. So that's just your whelm, and then did you do? Oh no, that wasn't your whelm. That was your.
That was just
your
a-
slam
I had
attack.
to I had to
recharge.
recharge my Whelm.
Oh, I love the plus 10 feet on Merle, by the way. That's dope. For the flying. All right, so as you slam into her, her body begins to glisten as you kind of engulf her into yourself. It's glistening with this like almost like it's a slimy green like frog skin, and her chittering rumbles in your throughout your body as you pick it up, and you can hear the hissing coming from her. She doesn't seem too bothered by your presence engulfing her, but she does kind of stumble a little bit as your body slams her up and down and into the floor with the torrent of water beating down on her like a raging river through a canyon.
Okay, then I'm going to use my bonus action to use a 3rd level spell slot to heal my hit points.
Okay.
Let's see. That's 10 hit points. And that's going to be the end of my turn.
Alrighty. Merle, you look off in the distance just in time to see your buddy Zorax become nothing but a stone pile of rock. These creatures now are climbing up the side of this building to try to reach you. What are you gonna do?
How tall are these buildings?
You can say they're probably 1 story, so I don't know, what, 20 feet?
That's probably a safe assumption.
Okay, I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna target the one on the well.
Okay.
my arcane turret.
Okay.
Now you yell at
You route what?
all right, 26 to hit.
Does that move him backwards?
5 feet, yes.
All right. That's gonna knock him in the well.
Like, oh god.
So
Yeah, 'cause he's
as
standing above him.
For
technically.
20 force damage.
as they're climbing out, your turret release a blast of energy, and pow, 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 you get several of them. You can see Chitin and Carapace kind of flying everywhere as they all just kind of collapse and fall back into the tunnel. That gives them full cover now, but you took a few chunks out of them, and they're hurting.
Wait, there's more. I'm gonna cast Wind Wall down the well.
Can you cast that where you can't see?
Can't see.
Heck yeah.
Because you can't
The
see
wall.
into the well.
I think he's trying to wind wall at the top of the well.
For like a barrier?
I just like pull it up.
Yeah, it's right on the
Because
side here.
in my mind, he's trying to make the wall fill the tunnel, or go right over top of it.
We can do that, awesome. But I just want to cover the top of the well more than anything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you can do that because I don't think you have to sit it on a surface. I think it can be in the air.
No, it can be anywhere. Yeah.
All right. So you create anybody know how to make effect on here?
Yeah. You go to the little ruler setting here, and you just go.
The angle ruler.
And
All right. How wide is your wind wall? Okay, one person create the wind wall.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
delete.
Oh,
Mine here,
Steve. He and his puns.
There we
Like
go.
puns.
He says,
Zorax rocks.
Zorax rocks.
Hey man,
That is glorious.
I was going in, but unfortunately, one wrong roll did it all.
And that's like I got to read this verbatim because people are gonna think I'm trying to screw with it. Now I'm gonna be honest. The Medusa's in there to present a challenge because I knew the little skittering bastards wouldn't. But
Yeah.
I honestly didn't expect you of all people to fail a con save by so much.
I can't tell if his eyes
Yeah, I have
are
a +7, but I
I'm-
mean, if you roll a 1, it's a 1.
Don't
All right.
worry, I have greater restoration.
That helps because I only have lesser restoration, but I can't even do that to myself right now.
All right, so how does this
but
look?
yeah, Wind
Merle?
Wall, it rises from a point I see within range. Oh.
Whereas from the ground at a point you choose within range.
Okay, so,
So you can just
there-
throw it
how
on top
high
of the
does
wall.
how high does it go? Yeah, so it's basically
15
blocking.
feet high.
I can make it 20 feet long, 15 feet high, and 1 foot thick, and I can shape it any way I want as long as it's one continuous path.
Okay, so is it blasting down, and does it keep them from getting out?
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
I'm trying to do.
Okay, that sounds good then. So how does this spell take effect? Do you shoot it out of your gun? Do you throw a grenade? What are we talking?
Clone shot.
The cartridge, care about the well. Oof.
All right, and a big gust of a heavy white wall of high velocity wind forms out of nothing, and you hear from Rhea. Merle, is that you?
Yep,
My God, it's him.
and so.
I'm a older Raven Guard currently. I'm like, oh my God, they're here.
So doomed.
All right, anything else, Merle?
I moved, use the bonus action, use my regular action, so no, I'm good.
All right, it is now Uldar's turn. That's you,
Oh
Austin.
well, that solves the well problem.
For now, how long does that effect last,
Yeah.
though, sir?
Merle, can you hear me?
Hi.
How long does that last for?
All you
Reckon.
can hear is
Minute?
Yeah, I'm just,
over top of the wind.
maybe I should have expected a little more out of myself and thought about that a little more. Hey, oh, what happened to Zorax? Oh my God. Everything's
He's completely
wrong.
turned to stone, sir.
Right, did you erupt a statue of Zorax for some reason?
Oh.
All right, so you have all of his abilities in a stat block, so what do you want to do? You have 2 groups of enemies still in front of you, and currently you have stemmed the tide of anything coming out of here.
Okay, let's take care of these creatures in front of us right now. We'll use them to plug the hole when that spell's over. I doubt it's infinite. So then I
Wow.
go and attack one of the creatures. Oh, I can make 3 attacks? What? That's awesome. Cool.
Oh, he's gonna wreck these creatures.
17 to hit.
Yep.
It's a long sword. So he's got a 1d8. 4 plus 4. So I'm just gonna do a total. So I won't tell you all a bunch of random fucking numbers.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. I'll just pull up the calculator on my phone real quick. Give me 1 second. 4, 8. Another one here.
My character sheet is gonna go, holy crap.
That, and then only one of which can be with his shield. Is his shield good? Let me see here. I mean, it's okay if I needed it. Oh, if the target is pushed to within 5 feet of a creature friendly to Older, then the target provokes an opportunity attack from that creature. Interesting. Because I'm hitting this one right here, but he can't move 5 feet. So how would that work? Because he would just hit into the other guys.
Move your character over one and knock him diagonal if you want.
That'd be great if I could move him.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
My
My bad.
You can just move him to the left one.
There you go. My
I guess.
bad.
Yeah. And I'll do a shield attack here. Let's hope it hits. Yeah, nope, that's an 8. So he does a total of 14 slashing damage to one of these things. And then,
I think I can move that so you can control him now, I think.
Yep, I can. Cool. Yep, so I deal... Older gives a 2 quick slashes and does 14 damage.
Nice.
He's got a +1 longsword. He's a boss.
All right, so the skittering creatures are kind of all on top of you. They're thrusting and pushing. You're able to come in with several good, quick, clean swipes, swiping their legs out from underneath them. Green ichor splattering all over your gear. The swarm is still kind of up and standing, but they're definitely a little weaker than they were. You managed to take a couple of them out.
Hold the line, men. We just have to take care of these ones.
Hold the line!
This reminds me when I first became a Flaming Fist. What a time.
I love it.
I have his little blurb right here so I can kind of make some fun little role play.
I love that. The fact that you're doing that's great. I'm trying to find the weekend button so I can put it on these tokens, but that's just too much work.
Hey, Ray, were you around when the 2 council members died?
Sir, no, sir.
Because that was a trip, just like this one.
All right. Anything else with him? They're definitely. You managed to take a couple of them out.
That's all he could do.
It's
pretty strong.
Bad guy's turn. They are going to swarm around their threat.
No.
I need to roll for the.
Are they attacking
soldiers. Me? Yeah.
Okay. They're attacking Uldar.
Yeah. Well, one was fighting with the soldiers here. This one was a draw because I rolled the same number, but the other one's. So this battle is kind of raging.
If they're not attacking me, I get a free attack on one of them.
Then yes, you can do that.
Yeah. Uldar strikes again.
Is that one of his reactions?
Yeah, he has a reaction called Guardian Strike.
Nice.
If an enemy within 5 feet of Uldar attacks a target other than him, he can make a melee attack against the enemy. But I'm pretty sure I missed because I think it's only a. Oh no, it might hit. Oh, it's a 13. It's not great.
That's not gonna do it.
But he's trying.
So, as you're
to
trading
try.
blows, there's spears for spears, sword for sword. Several of your soldiers kind of crumble under the weight, and the rest of them, a group of them tries to grapple Oldar.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh shit. Oldar might be getting grabbed. Well, man, he's got pretty good athletics actually. 14.
That's not going to do it because they got a 15.
Ah.
All right, so they get a
Oldar
good hold.
struggled.
They get a good hold of them, and they squeal and bellow. And with that, the one that you got fear, the flying, shrieking thing that got terrified early on and flew away, swoops down to make a
Are you trying to grab me too?
what? No.
Oh, okay.
I need a wisdom saving throw from
Uh-oh.
pretty much, well, I guess it isn't none of those guys. It's pretty much all of these groups. From the shriek that this thing is releasing.
Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. Oldar got an 8.
That's not
I'm
great.
assuming all these guys are common soldiers, so we'll just...
All right, so your group here gets terrified and begins running the other way. Oldar kind of trembles as this thing is bearing down on top of him, and he is feared. So that means when he is frightened, so he can repeat the saving throw at the end of his turn. If a creature saving throws a success, you become immune to the effect for 24 hours. But he is frightened at the moment. I love that image. As this thing swoops down in bellows and roars, they've got you grappled, so he's not going anywhere. This guy is going to come out of hiding. And he's super keen on dealing with our buddy Merle. Again, I lost my stat block.
Dare you?
Right. That's cool. I don't think I've ever used that spell before.
Oh no.
What do you mean? Oh no, you're gonna be fine. Probably not. All right, so the weird looking shaman type insectoid guy is bellowing and screaming, and releases a burst of necromantic energy that washes over a oh wow over one of the creatures, and he's going to target Merle. I need Merle to give a Constitution saving throw as this necrotic energy, blighting energy, attempts to drain away the moisture and vitality from you.
Constitution saving throw, you say?
DC is 14.
Oh dear.
Constitution. Okay, so that's gonna be a... Is it 15?
Yep, you'll succeed.
I'll fail.
No, did you get a 15? The score was a 14.
Oh, 14? Let me see then.
The target's 14.
Okay, in that case, if I use Slap of Genius, I will succeed then.
All right. Let's see. All right, that means you take half as much damage.
Right.
So you're going to take 25 points of necrotic damage as you are swarmed by locusts and insects in this dark energy, and you feel it sucking out your insides.
That's after being cut in half?
That's after being cut in half. It was 50 damage first.
Okay, just making sure.
Oh my gosh.
These things are going to come up and surround you. And they can climb up the side. So they're going to climb up the side of the building since you're only 10 feet up. And one is going to try to grapple you.
Edge it.
First one is a 16. Next one is an 8.
You said grapple,
and
Ian.
19. Yeah, it's going to grapple. They're going to all try to grapple you to kick you out of the sky.
Okay. That's gonna be a 14 then for the one highest.
Yeah, they're the highest ones. You get to roll 3 times. The
Right.
first one was that beats the first one. The second one is really low. Go ahead and roll that again.
Alright, second one's an 8.
Oh, I think that's gonna get you. I think you
And
had
the
a 9.
third one is a 22.
All right. So yeah, one of them does get a hold of you. You are now grappled. I don't know if you want to put an icon on your character there. As they kind of skitter in you. And as you get really close to these things, give me an insight check.
And looking for the grapple thing.
Well, you can
And
find
insight.
that. You can find that later. Give me the insight.
Alright, my insight is a 4.
All right. These things are just skittering aliens. Their breath is foul like a dumpster. And they are doing their best to prod and stab you with spears that they're carrying. I think the only one left is the Medusa, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep,
Like
who is
that.
currently fighting me.
Yes. I need you to give me a saving throw.
If this is the petrify effect, I'm immune to petrification.
Nice. She doesn't know that, so she's still going to use it.
It's impressive. Wish I
Gonna
was
use
immune to
that.
petrification.
She looks at you, and her eyes kind of swirl, and she winks a little bit. And then you see a look of confusion appear on her face, and she kind of hisses at you, and then vanishes
What?
in a puff of silvery smoke. Give me an Arcana check.
Ah, silvery smoke. I know that move.
11.
You recognize, you've seen this spell used. You don't have Misty Step, do you?
No.
Okay.
Seen it.
You've seen this spell done. You don't recall exactly what it's called, but you've seen wizards use the disappearing act. So with that, she vanishes. What are you going to do, Garmore?
Well, I don't want to hit. Well, I don't want to use my space to hit Zorax.
What?
I'm saying that
Your
if I
stone
walk
body.
Resist all damage.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
resist all damage.
Yeah, I'm made of rock, dude.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that water beats rock.
Well,
Same Pokemon.
It's super effective.
And I don't think I want to pass through the wind wall.
I mean, can't you
You're gonna
ride
make it
along
rain.
this wall right here? Hold on.
Yeah, but I'm a
there's like
large, which is a 10 by 10.
Yeah, this isn't. You can walk through this area right here, right?
I don't see why not, unless the barrier doesn't
Yeah.
let him.
Like, if you're 2 by 2, then yeah, you can walk through here. I don't see where the issue is.
I'm saying that my space could damage your statue.
You know how much HP Zorax has, dude?
Fine.
can
His
get
skill
it,
is,
he's He has resistance to all damage.
yeah, and I have resistance to all damage because I'm literally made of stone.
All right, then I use a dash to get up here.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the damage on Zorax.
Yeah, it literally means nothing.
He doesn't even feel it. Dude, right now, your sword is losing its effing mind.
I mean, it could still. Well, yeah, I don't know. I can't see
Oh.
the passage of time.
That's 12 points of bludgeoning damage. I also need to recharge my whelm,
So I took
and
what?
it's 5,
6
so
damage?
it's recharged.
Okay.
Took 6 damage. Oh boy.
All right, so you You washed into the primary battle. There's a lot going on here. You don't see that guy. We're
With the
currently
wind wall.
currently through the. Well, I think you can still see through the wall, can't you?
Yeah, you can still see through the wall.
It's just
I also
highly.
have a-
Wind.
I also have dark vision up to 60 feet in this form.
Well, that doesn't really do a whole lot here.
Uh,
But,
He's on
That's
top
great.
of the ceiling, but he's on top of the roof, so that doesn't matter.
right,
But I do see what's happening over here.
right.
Hello. Things are bad.
What the hell is that? As you come around the corner, Rhea's like looking at you.
I wave like Baymax from Big Hero 6.
Hey, Ray, I got a couple of problems
That's
here, and
funny.
what the fuck is that? Ray,
You-
what is that?
They see this water elemental take up a silhouette shape of a familiar druid because
Oh,
he has a watery form.
Garmor? Is that you? I hope
Thumbs
that's
up.
you. I got problems here.
You
I'm
hear
really getting
Rhea's like,
grappled, and there's a giant thing on top of me.
Avernus, man, I thought you were another monster.
I shrug.
Of course, this bastard takes a fucking
All
form
right.
of a beast.
Anything else for Garmor?
Let me check the health. Nah, that's the end of my turn. I used the dash to get
Yep,
as
yep,
far
to
as
get
I
up
am.
there. Yeah. All right.
Merle's
Merle.
turn, I believe, right? Yeah.
You're grappled.
Yeah.
I am.
Alright, first things first, gonna fire my arcane turret at the idiot that sounds a good idea to grapple me.
You're just gonna shoot him off you.
Does ranged attacks in melee mean disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it hits, who cares?
Right.
And when your lowest attack dice is 16, so 26 to hit,
Yes.
There you go.
or 15 force damage and knock back 5 feet.
And he goes down.
Falls down a good 10 feet while he's
Yep.
at it.
That's why they're dead.
Oh,
Alright.
he's very dead. I see.
Alright, I'm gonna move up 5 more feet.
Yeah,
And-
motherfuckers.
My finishing move, Thunder Wave.
Oh, nice.
Finishing move.
Do the thing. Do the thing. Come on.
Superhero landing.
Oh, I said do the thing.
Those are two failed saves.
Well. And I'm above this for the record, so
I would imagine.
that's gonna be, wow, 8 damage.
All right. So as you send out a sonic blast of energy, all the little corpses get knocked down and fall to the ground. Or not the corpses, the skittering creatures, these insectoid creatures, and get knocked prone. And this chunk of corpses and debris goes flying back a little bit. Anything else?
That was all 3 of my actions, so.
All right. Bad guy's gonna. Oh, I didn't actually roll to see if they took damage for the fall.
It's Oldar's turn.
Hang on. This
This
group
cube
got
is
crushed.
Armor's current size in terms of spacing.
Yeah.
This one's gonna stand up. And is gonna throw a javelin at you. For 16. Is that code?
Misses.
Is it? It's misses. All right. Gotta speed it up here. I have to go for a 5K in the early in the morning. So I just realized it's
Oh,
already 10
boy.
o'clock. Yeah.
The Crim?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Color run, I guess. All right. Let's finish up with this guy here.
I do.
Ow, cat.
About it.
It is now these guys' turns. They're gonna attack. All right. This group gets into a scuffle with Rhea, and she is able to deal a little bit of damage, but not too much. These guys have a hold of Uldar,
Oldar.
and are going to try to knock him prone.
Damn. Rolled real low.
18.
It's a 9.
So Uldar gets knocked prone, and this creature here is going to attempt to get a hold of him and fly away with him.
That's much better. 17.
17 and 17, so he doesn't get a hold of you. Wait.
Woo.
I believe it's a draw.
Well, if it's contested, then
Does the defender win when it's a meet or beat?
no. It's usually meet and beat is for the attacker.
Okay, so he got a 17 too. So
Yeah. So I think
so he's going to get a hold of you. So he's actually going to fly off with our buddy.
Can he carry everybody? Because I'm currently being grappled by other
Well,
things.
the other guys are going to let go of you as he gets a hold of you. You can
Okay.
multiple things can grapple you, but once he's got a hold and flies away. So he is flying away with you. I'm going to give you a chance as you are swooping through the sky to break free of that grapple.
Here you go, Oldar. Hope you don't die.
But it is a long fall down. He is swooping into the air. It's screeching
can
and bellowing. He's carrying
take some
Uldar. Rhea is screaming, and the soldiers are devastated. They're freaking out.
All right. Here we go.
You got to beat
Nope.
a 12.
He got an 11.
Oh no!
And he got a 9. He got a 9.
And you guys look into the distance as Uldar is taken away.
It's only a +6. It's not much.
Yeah, but this
And I rolled a
guy's-
3 like
yeah,
every time.
these
It
guys
was
don't have
not
very
And
much.
Garmor
good.
can do a little trick. It's just he needs to get to his turn, but we're running out of time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Matt, I sent you a message over Facebook. Felt it immediately.
So with that, what we'll do is we'll go one more round, and then we'll probably close up. Because I think there's only this barrier is going to come down. So you need to come up with a plan before this barrier comes down. And then there's one more crawl, one more insectoid creature. Rhea shouts, immediately takes command and starts issuing battle orders.
Mhm.
Oh, hallelujah. And they're able to take out without the insectoids replenishing their ranks. The few groups of soldiers that are left are able to take it out. There's a hoot and holler, and she says, "All that's left is to fill the well, and we'll have this area quarantined." What are you gonna do, Garmor?
I gesture to Rhea and the soldiers to pass me those bodies so I can dump them onto the well.
All right, give me a strength athletics check.
Like that well. Wind.
Athletics. What the? Are you kidding me?
I don't
Natural
care.
1.
So she hands them to you, and your body is a little limp from coming out of the watery form. Your body
No, I'm
kind of
still
feels
in
like
my
jello.
watery form.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, you can still hold it.
Okay. So what that means is you'll be at half your movement for the grapple, which you kind of already were, I guess. Basically, she's throwing them to you, and you had to grab them.
Yeah.
So you have a hold of one, you drop the other one.
All right, I immediately go over to the hole and try to plug it.
All right. So I imagined just a random part of your body, like just creating like a punching like fist as it just goes and flies out, hits into the air, and goes and lands into the
Yeah, just-
lands into the well.
suction cups into the well.
Yeah.
You're gonna certainly give me an insight check.
Me? That's a 14.
Judging from the way the body collapsed in the hole, you're gonna need several more, at least a dozen to fully block it up effectively.
I gesture over. Keep them coming.
All right, she starts passing
There's
you
a
several
lot of
corpse.
bodies.
Maybe
Alright.
that guy, but how's he getting into the hole?
I imagine he's throwing it into the air, and the air is pushing it down. Isn't that the way
Go
the
with
air
that.
is flowing?
Let's go with
Yeah.
that.
Because if the air's flowing up, they're gonna go in and it'll shoot them up like a rocket. At least in my mind.
It's actually solid air, but yeah.
Oh, is it really? That's cool.
Green Lantern construct.
Oh wow, I just thought it was fast moving air. That's cool.
At least that's how I assumed it worked.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll go with a wall of wind, and he's chucking them in there, and it's like a jet knocking them down for this turn.
Sure.
She lugs you a couple more, and you see this watery bubble just throwing corpses, kind of like Rhea and the soldiers are handling them down like a water line, putting out a fire, except they're putting out a well and dumping all the corpses into them. Merle, what are you doing while they're doing this?
Oh, I'm going to blast anything that's an enemy.
Okay, there's only one more enemy you could spot right now.
Jesse 2 from where I'm standing.
Which one did I miss?
White is dead. Never mind.
Oh yeah, it's got the little tiny one.
Yeah. Alright. First off, firebolt on the one below me.
Okay. Looks like you
Poor
flew up
sucker.
a little bit. Nice.
Before the hit.
What's that?
Before the hit.
24.
24, yes. When you say
One
your
fire damage.
twos, I can never understand. All I hear is the last digit.
And 1 fire damage.
You release a blast, but with all of them kind of skittering about, you don't get a good shot in. You
All right,
can't catch like a little carapace edge as they skitter.
Followed by my arcane turret. Ballista. Yeah, 12 to hit.
Not gonna do it.
I think so.
Your turret smashes into their carapace and ricochets off and blows out a small chunk of one of the buildings.
Now I'm gonna move here.
Alrighty. It is now Oldar's turn. Oldar is being flown over the top of the Elturel, and you have a very good vantage point right now, Oldar. You can see the entirety of Elturel is completely surrounded by this swarm. But something of note, not far behind is file and rank soldiers working their way towards Elturel.
Are they my soldiers?
They are not.
How high in the air am I?
Probably 300-400 feet.
Let's see
Yeah,
if I
you're
do
gonna
some
die if
math
you
real
try to-
quick. If I fall, will I survive?
No.
Well, you don't know that. You don't know how
So
many hit points I have.
the soldiers that are in file and rank are in red and white armor, and it's very gleaming as they march down this massive city streets.
Well, on the street.
Not Elturel streets, the streets of this strange land.
Actually, fall damage can stop at 20d6, and I will likely survive. So I will do that.
Okay.
I will try and drop.
You have to beat a 16.
19. I am plummeting through the air.
All right.
Oldar is fearless. He says, "I've survived through worse. Just the building will soften my landing a little." He has a lot of hit points, by the way. That's the only reason why I'm doing this.
Okay, so
Otherwise, I wouldn't risk an
all right.
NPC's
So
life on this.
as he breaks free, the ground of this city area is rushing at him quickly. He falls into a massive stone structure. The ceiling caves and breaks in with a thud, 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 thud. And he takes 74 points of damage.
Cool. 74.
So as he looks up, hang on, now I gotta figure. You know what? I'm not gonna describe what's there because I don't know everything that's in the precinct. What I do know is as he looks up, as he's landed in this building, there is a strange sight of a. It looks like a human, but it's got like extra tentacles on its back. You can see where they've been sewed on. And it's got this like bubble thing on its head, and it says, "Oh my dear, look what it did to my floor. This is not gonna do. No,
What
no,
sort
no,
of
no."
eldritch being are you?
You can't. I said that. I realized you can't actually understand what it says. That was more for the audience. All right. So, and now moving on to Minion.
Or older.
Minion is going to throw a spear at over at our buddy Merle for 15.
This
Is that a miss?
miss.
Okay. The spear comes flying at you and smashes into your wind wall. Garmor, got a couple. You need some more bodies to stuff this up, to plug it.
I continue the process.
All right. So you go ahead and give me an athletics check. It's a lot of work lifting corpses.
Yeah, but my water elemental score is 18, so
Okay.
okay, that's better. 19.
Are you using only the corpses of the dead insects, or are you also using people?
The insects.
Okay. All right. What'd you get?
19.
All right, so you kind of keep chugging them along, and it's starting to fill up, and they're really starting to hug. It looks like it's gonna hold for a little while at least. At that moment, some guards, some soldiers manage to get and go around, and they start surrounding the well per Rhea's orders. What are you gonna? Merle, it's your turn. You want to take out this last baddie?
Sure. Firebolt.
Okay.
All right, 17 to hit.
Yes.
4 damage.
Oh.
There.
24, you said? Yeah. Okay. Yes, 24 damage.
All right. With that, the last one is dead. So, right now, you guys have managed to you release your several blasts. Boom! Right through his kitten and carapace, and you know, green ichor has littered the streets along with red blood. And you currently there's 2 guys up here. I totally forgot about them. Well, I guess you guys are gone. They were just off my screen and I missed them. So with that, you guys are able to kind of seal this area it's contained. You've stopped the creatures from coming up. Rhea looks at you guys and says, "What are we gonna do? This clearly isn't the Sword Coast. I don't recognize any of it."
My recommendation, at the very least, is to fortify, then branch out.
And they took the Duke. I mean, what are we gonna do?
It seems Oryx here might have a fucking problem here.
As they're having this discussion, Garmor reverted form and casted Greater Restoration on him.
Do you have spell slots for that?
Yes, it's a
Oh.
5th level spell, and I've barely used it in my high level stuff.
Nice. Okay. So you walk over to him. You put your hand upon his stony form, and you fill it with the nature's energy, and something happens. And you didn't notice it while you were battling, but your power seems different. When you don't pluck the weave for power. Your power is being drawn from something else, something more wild, more natural. Not a weave, but something else is fueling your magic. It's very strange. it almost, with every cast, is like a delicious scented pine cone. You're drawing on something, and it's not the weave. With that, Rhea walks up and says, walks up to you guys, and she says, all right. Well, the Duke was in charge. We're going to need somebody else to lead Elturel until we can rescue him, assuming he's still alive. Which one of you? I feel like you would be the best choice. Any one of you. It's because of you that we were able to get out of Avernus. It was because of you we were able to stead the tide of these things as she kicks one of the corpses.
Oh, I reckon that whoever should be in charge should be good at making some good decisions. Zorax rules you out.
Yeah. I don't recommend me either. I'm more of a sword for hire than a leader.
Well, we're going to need somebody with plenty of battle experience and a commanding presence.
Look, while I look like I fill those criteria, I don't know if you've seen the whole, and I unsheathe Shadow Razor, and it's just emanating darkness. Don't know if you've seen some of the things I've been through lately.
Where have you been, minion?
I telepathically talk to it. Not now.
What? What do you mean, not now? You speak when I want you to speak.
I've just been petrified. I'm not really sure what happened. It was a little strange, but I'm gonna note that experience in my memory banks for a while I can.
The hell is a memory bank?
You've been alive at some point, I'm sure.
Anyways, she says, well, what about Garmor?
He
Yeah.
immediately stands up straight, tilts his head in confusion.
Yeah, he is he might be a little too shifty.
Okay, whatever.
Crosses his arms and just looks at her.
Merle, what about you?
Oh. Yeah, I suppose like I could do if I had to, but it wouldn't be my first choice. If you know what my meaning is, yep.
One of the
Zorax finally just steps up. All right, look, I'll do it.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that they said that you would not be a good choice.
I'm
You
not
hear
a good
snap.
choice.
You hear a finger snap from Garmor,
So-
and it points to Rhea.
Me?
And-
And I said I'd do if I had to.
So you point at Rhea suggesting she should be the one in charge?
Yes.
I don't know that I could do such a thing.
Well, why not?
He finally speaks. You know the people of your city more than anyone, correct?
Well, yes, I mean, of course.
Someone who is native to Elturel would be more suited for a leadership role.
All right, but it's just until the Duke gets back.
Of course.
Where did he fly? Where did he fly off to?
He was carried off. I don't know where, and she points in the general direction. One of those weird bat creature things took him. Looked like a demon if you ask me.
I've seen a lot of demons and devils, and these are nothing like the things I've seen.
So I guess the question is where did we end up?
This doesn't feel like the Sword Coast.
He looks at his hand that was used to touch Zorax to unpetrify him. There is something weird with this world when I casted Greater Restoration on Zorax.
And with that, Merle, you also noticed when you were casting your magic that you weren't touching. Wait, do artificers use the weave?
See why not?
Okay.
I mean, it's magic based, right?
Yeah.
So I would assume they have to.
You noticed that your magic was a little different. It when you gathered the power and released it, it was almost like you were touching something fiery, like a volcano. The energy was just waiting to burst from you. Something very different than you're normally used to.
What did Zorax feel when he used his smites? Does he recall anything,
So
or did it just feel more natural to him?
Garmor shot a produce flame cantrip at one of these things.
yes. What I'm trying to get at is that your powers are being drawn from something besides the weave. Not that the type of magic isn't. It's just the general. With Zorax, yours had a very filthy feel, dirty, like a swamp. It was very unusual. Rhea starts giving commands to everyone. She says, "We need to fortify positions and get back to the castle. We'll regroup there and figure out what our next steps are." The soldiers start running around. "Yes, sir." And do you guys have any questions for her before she sends off?
Sorry, do her thing.
I have a spell that allows me to fly for 10 minutes. I can do a high altitude view of our surroundings.
That's good. We can use you for reconnaissance.
I also have wild shape abilities. However, I need a short rest to restore such energies to take the form of flying creatures.
I see. Well, let us head
Hold on,
let us head back to the fortress
Need some quick healing.
and address our concerns and figure out what our next steps are. And that's where we'll end it today.
Yeah.
Before we close out, I would like to thank anybody who watched this. Hopefully you liked it. Normally I don't use the battle map things. I'm trying to incorporate a little more of the tactical stuff for some of my players. Hopefully that's something that doesn't turn away too many people. With that, I would like to say we'll go around, tell us who you are, who you played, and what you liked about this session, and maybe what you're looking forward to. How about Matt? You go first.
Hello everyone, my name is Matthew, and I've played Garmor, the Circle of the Moon Druid. This was interesting to start off our little resumption of our characters. Albeit I felt it was a little different than where we left off in Avernus.
No.
But I wouldn't be surprised if some time passed during that time, between the point in time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to where this takes us and hopefully to find the Grand Duke.
Alrighty. Merle?
Once again, I'm Ian Wood, host for Crit Academy. I played Artificer Merle Bronson, and I definitely love the tactical nature of today's combat.
Awesome. And Austin?
Hey guys, I'm Austin, the other co-host at Crit Academy. I played Zorax. Gotta say, feels good to be swinging around a sword and deal buttloads of damage nonstop. It sucked that I got petrified, but I can't win them all.
No, you can't, unfortunately. I was surprised you continued with that encounter without even, like, more... I guess you just... I think the legendary sword went to your head.
I think what ended up happening, honestly, was I didn't really recognize that it was a Medusa creature, and I just didn't really care. I was like, I'll just kill her, whatever. And what I should have done in retrospect is, because the sword allows me to see any tiny or larger creature's presence through seeing their souls, I should have just closed my eyes and just fought her normally, because it's essentially having blind sense for 60 feet.
I actually thought you would actually save people.
Me?
Because you could feel wherever and see where everyone was at.
That doesn't matter to me.
I know. All right.
You've heard my character, right? You heard it.
I did.
You literally heard the intro. Come on, man.
All right. So with that, I am your host and Dungeon Master, Justin. As I said, this is different than I normally do. I'm very much more of the theater of the mind. And
just easier to say.
I think, yeah, well, it's a lot less work on my end when it's not a big tactical map. But I will try to do a couple more of these throughout this campaign. But once again, I prefer theater of the mind, so it'll more likely be more of that. But I always got to make sure I cater to some of my players. So with that, hopefully you guys enjoyed yourself. If you did, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Maybe come and check out our show, Crit Academy. We air live every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And this week, I think we're talking about how to build dastardly plots.
Yeah.
And I wanted to point out the fact that 2 of the big bads left. So they're weaving their own dastardly plot. So I'm really excited to see how it goes when they approach our heroes next time when they know what they're capable of. So with that, let's all have a wonderful day. You guys have a great one, and watch Facebook for posts of me painted in colors from running tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
See you later, guys.
Oh, that is the wrong transition.